Wild card action for you, and there's still more to come tonight. Super wild card weekend, extending into your Monday evening. We will not be live streaming that tonight. I'm going to take that time to watch with my family, and we're going to pray that I don't have to leave them for a period of 6 to 8 months and walk across the country.
I was thinking about it. You probably do it quicker than 6 to 8 months. You're the fastest fucking walker
That's true.
ever.
That's true.
Like, just in regular situations, you walk very, very fast.
I'm a fast walker. William Hayes likes to remind me of that whenever he comes in town. He said, "Look at this motherfucker." But then I read an article that it's like unfortunately it's like a longevity thing. So I'm here for a long time.
It's good.
Yeah. Well,
I know a guy who ran across America in 79 days.
no way.
79 days. He was wearing a 15-pound weight vest as well.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, but did it in 79 days. So, walking by comparison.
Wait. Like, what do you mean?
Don't tell that to my family.
Around America.
Across America.
Across.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. That's just where I am tonight. Like, it kind of feels like it's gonna get close.
I would like for it to get close at least.
You guys were saying that last night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate that. I understand it'd probably be good for the show.
No, but I don't know how
It
you
would just be
chose.
funny.
I don't know if it's
Why I chose
fate.
the Steelers.
No, I don't know if it's fate or what it is, but I don't know how you chose. You showed me your 2-year-old's bracket, and she had Pittsburgh going pretty far.
I know.
I don't know how.
think
I don't
she
know how
knows.
that was chosen.
I don't know that she knows about that whole thing because she was bummed I left the house today. What if I was like, "Hey, I'll see you when you're 3."
You do also, you stand to gain Hokas for life, as Nate pointed out.
No question.
That would be an awesome.
Whatever happens, we're gonna be okay. Bo's in studio today.
Hello.
Right here, as
You.
always. Nolan's in front of a green screen.
Oh, let's go.
Cowboys running around doing something, and Tanner and Aiden's here too, and Charlie's in the back. It's just a fucking
The gang's all here.
big sausage fest in here.
Have we ever had this whole gang here?
No, I don't
No,
think
we
so.
haven't.
I don't think so.
Look at that. Look at us, guys.
Wildcard weekend is exhausting. It's a lot of football, but it's a lot of fun. I thought we're going to start with Saturday in a second because we're just going to do this thing chronologically. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting who's left. Like, like who had this on their bingo card?
Not
I mean, a lot of the teams, yeah. Like Rams, I feel like we all kind of thought the Rams would be here. I thought the Packers would be here. Left still.
Yeah.
The AFC has just been such a fucking crapshoot, man. That's been the hardest to predict.
We said, hey, defense is the currency and all that stuff, but it feels like we are like an upset away, maybe an upset or two away, and the Bills aren't even dogs in Denver. But if the Bills beat Denver, and if these are all big ifs, if San Francisco beats Seattle, then it's like the game, and we're going to talk about the game in Chicago this weekend, weather not factoring in, and we'll see. I mean, weather's inevitably going to factor in. It might take 40 points to win that fucking game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, if you like points, you probably like these playoffs. And you got the NFL really won this weekend because you had every game come down to, except for Sunday night, or was that Sunday yesterday?
Yeah, the Chargers.
Except for Sunday night, it came down to the last drive. Every game
Roger Goodell
is just
wild card weekend, playoff weekend, 1 for 1, bro. You're 1 for 1.
And honestly, hey, college football playoffs starting to be pretty good. I know Sig went belt to ass on Dan Lanning the other day. Mm-hmm. And, more often than not, you get the blowouts in that tournament, but you've had some good football games. And I think hopefully it's not a good football game a week from today. I would love to see Indiana just wipe the floor with Miami.
Why?
Really?
I just really like Sig. I like
Sig too, man. But the it's just so hard as a Wisconsin Badger to like root for that team. Like I think if he wasn't an Indiana Hoosier, I'd be rooting for them nonstop. But like, dude, we used to beat the fuck out of them. Like we beat them 83-20.
It'd be like
sophomore year.
watching.
They were so bad.
It'd be like us watching Duke win a national championship.
Well,
No, but Duke is good though.
well, Ruben Bain.
You know what I
is my-
mean?
Is
Indiana's
my,
good.
Ruben Bain is my second cousin.
I know, he's your
so,
second cousin. I'm
I
sorry.
gotta root for family.
You got to. Have you guys spoken yet before ahead of this game?
No, I haven't. Like I don't want to just.
You should
pop
him
in
up.
and hit him.
You should
up
hit him
right
up and be
now.
like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm your second cousin. I
He knows who
feel
I
like
am.
you owe me something."
It's funny enough that he was at the 48-0. He was a baby.
That's crazy.
with his whole
It
family
makes me
watching
feel
me
old.
at UVA, us at UVA.
That's crazy.
At that game because that's where his dad went and that's where he's from. So
48-0. That game was what year was that? 07?
yeah,
And one of the best pass rushers, collegiate pass rushers on the planet. He's drawing comps to all types of studs. He's going to be a great pro. He was a fucking baby. He was an infant when we were playing
he
college
was a
football.
baby,
Watching the
bro.
Hills.
We're getting old.
Getting
We're getting old. All right. You know what's not getting old is giving out best flights and worst flights. Where do we start? Who wants to start?
What a dog of the day?
Oh, a dog of the day.
Dog of the day?
Sure.
You guys want
Give
to
us a
peep,
dog of the day.
peep this dog of the day?
Sick 'em.
So this dog, this is in West Virginia. This dog right here learned how to sneak out of its own cage and then open the door to where it was being held and escaped.
No.
Escaped. It's a good dog.
That's a
Just
good
check this
dog.
out. Watch this dog.
Bro.
Oh, is that the lock? Oh,
It's
I
always
can't get out.
Oh,
I can't get out.
It's always
No
dog
way.
owners.
Hey, that
No way.
That's
that
what-
dog
it's always
comes in the
dog-
studio. It's raising the IQ of
Well,
everyone in the
a
studio.
lot of dogs this weekend won outright.
Wow.
Yeah,
So this is
the year of the dog.
representative of
would be-
what we saw in the NFL.
I'd be terrified if I seen that dog.
That's a good boy right there.
What, like it's only people with dogs that can look at a dog and just assume it's a good boy. Like how the hell?
Not if you have Willie.
It's literally
Not if Willie's
it's
one of your
locked
dogs.
up. It's locked up. It's probably not a good boy, right?
You see Willie
all
on the
dogs are
bottom
good
right of your
boys.
screen.
Good boys
right of your
until
screen.
proven not good boys.
Good boys, bad owners,
Yeah.
All right.
bad humans.
All right. Let's
Best flight, worst flight.
okay. Who starts?
You start.
Oh, I'll start. I guess it's the Buffalo Bills. You know, that was a legacy game for Josh Allen. If he doesn't win it, they're gonna have his fucking head on a stake at ESPN. Dudes were camped out. They couldn't wait.
Shame.
They couldn't wait.
Shame.
And, you know, I think sometimes I get a little hyperbolic because that's the nature of the business, but the guy's incredible. And it took everything beating that Jags team. It's a very good team. It's a very good team, very physical team. They made you earn everything, and that had to be a sweet flight. They had to be a sweet flight. I'm not – what's he doing?
I just cut to him.
Yeah, you cut to him? That's a good cut. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It was just obviously clearly the best flight. Probably clearly the best flight.
I got another good one.
Okay.
Unless you want to keep on this victory lap here. But I'm going to go with Rams, you know? Kind of a little bit of a nail-biter against Carolina, but they'd lost there previously, flying back to the West Coast, back to their comfort zone. You know,
Hot shower,
Yeah, hot shower, just in
pissing rain.
fucking, yeah. A long flight, celebrate a little bit. That's one, you know, Saturday, maybe an extra day off, that kind of thing. Yeah.
33% of the chat thinks I will be walking across America. I want y'all to go put your mortgage on the Steelers winning the Super Bowl if you're so confident in that.
This would be an amazing clip if they did win and you put that in front of it, what you just said. Best flight. I'm going with A.J. Brown getting the fuck out of Philadelphia.
Oh, he's gone.
Left the locker room without talking to the media, and whatever flight he is getting on for the offseason, I guarantee you he is going to be happy. And I'm sure it'll be, for him, the best flight probably
might
of
be.
the year.
It might
Especially
be.
how that game went and whatever that was on the sideline and just all – I can just imagine his social media and just everything around it right now is just like, let me just get as far away.
People sending him books on how to leave Philadelphia. You know,
Everything.
it's fucking, that was bad. That was bad, but he wasn't the only one. We'll get to that. I mean, that was bad, and I got some shit because, well, I mean, you got to wait sometimes to
digest it,
to unload the truth. Sometimes, people say you can't tell the truth during the season because that's, you're hating or you're doing this, that, and the third. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
You want the truth?
I don't know if you can.
We only have room for one hater on this show, Chris.
Who? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, no. There's no hate today. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just telling the truth. I'm calling balls and strikes.
Bro, the biggest haters on this show, low key, is between Bo Allen and Nolan Mert.
Oh, come on.
Like, it is. Nolan Mert, he just knows how to do it the right way, and it's just a lot quieter than everyone else's hating.
You're just talking about
Nate.
Nolan was just giving
That's
you
crazy
some
talk.
shit.
I love you. That's crazy talk. All right, worst flight.
Okay. Worst flight. Look at how they're all ganging up on Nate. Hey, worst flight. Worst flight. I give it to Justin Herbert. I can't defend him after that game. I can't. Everybody at the adult table, as I put it, we're all like, now we got to whisper. People got to go underground and be like, we're like an opposition party now. If you're like a Justin Herbert truther, you got to have like a fucking secret handshake or something. It's fucking midnight. You got to fly all the way back to L.A. You're sitting there. I mean, he got hit a million times. I'm not absolving him of any of it because we will talk about that game as well. But that Chargers flight had to be brutal. You had to hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
So what is Harbaugh say he likes to watch on the plane? He used to talk about watching movies on the plane. Watch some goofy ass.
So what movie did he watch on the way back last night? Just something like.
Something about a tough decision where
Mission
you have
Impossible.
to fire your friend.
Mission Impossible.
Saving Private Ryan.
The Final Reckoning.
Maybe.
It's funny you say that. I'm a piggyback. My worst flight was going to be the entire Chargers O-line.
Yeah, it was bad.
Just for one, just flying across the country for the playoffs and scoring 3 points is fucking terrible, bro.
I just and that's terrible.
It's just bad. And then just the age of social media, just being any of those O-linemen on that long-ass flight, if you have Wi-Fi, just to, like, have your mentions just blowing up with just, hey, you guys are getting your fucking QB killed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys are trash. Like, how do we have the worst? And then the PFF stuff is just like, how does the Chargers have, like, from PFF standards, the top worst linemen when it comes to ranks, for the NFL, and
it's not good.
Some
Some of them aren't even supposed to be out there, and we're going to talk about it. There is nuance to this thing, but I want to get out in front of this. There's just no way I'm going to say, hey, there's nothing Justin could do, because there were things he could do. Now, was it going to be impossible? Nearly impossible, sure, but you had to make the plays that were there to be made on the field, and we will talk about that in a minute when we get to that game. I'm not gonna kid glove the guy, and I'm not gonna be the guy that's been waiting all year to say, oh, the guy's a piece of shit, he can't play quarterback. But the truth is, if you want to defend a quarterback like that, it's a tough day to do it after you miss the few but available opportunities that you had to make plays. Listen, Drake May didn't have to play, lights out to win that game. It wasn't a game you had to score 30 points to win. There were some throws to be made. He couldn't make them, but he was certainly under siege, and we will talk about Greg Roman and the issue they have there with the offensive coordinator because it's past time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got a worst flight.
Worst flight, go ahead.
Worst flight. It's a short flight, but it's probably a pretty bad one. Matt LaFleur, after the Packers just fucking tricked that game off against the Bears. You're flying back to Green Bay. You get kind of snubbed a little bit, with the whole handshake thing with him and Ben Johnson. There's clearly, there's a little bit of, competition there, a little rivalry, whatever you want to call it. But that's kind of been a little bit of a media narrative. And then you get on that flight and you fly back to Appleton, Wisconsin, and the whole time just thinking about how you fucked that game up and pissed away a big lead. And now you're watching Ben Johnson's giving you a firm handshake and then sprinting away from you to celebrate with his teammates.
No question.
I was really impressed with this video not making it to the, mainstream.
Yeah, this is crazy. Not a lot of people saw this.
I couldn't believe that this is real life.
Wow, Ben Johnson with the right hook.
Just laid them both out in a celebration.
Perfect perfect kick to the chest. Was it a kick to the oh god, he got
jaw.
the jaw
Straight to the jaw.
Sweet chin music.
and then that
Sweet
Packers
chin
assistant
music.
has to keep his guard up. You know, you just
He
watch
really
your head
does.
coach get kicked in the face.
But
You
you
have to
know,
have your
the
guard
best
up.
thing about these videos,
Is that some people in the chat believe this happened?
no, is that I feel like both of those coaches seen the video, and I can see the Bears coach just like dying laughing about it,
yeah.
and then the Packers coach being like, "Fuck this bullshit."
Yeah.
Like I'll fuck him up.
Yeah.
Like
This
what
isn't
is
real.
this?
This isn't realistic. I would definitely kick his ass. No,
I would.
I don't know.
would
Ben
tell
Johnson's
Jake-
kind of yoked up, dude. He's taking his shirt off for a reason, you know?
Yeah, he's
putting
been
in
the
that work.
P90
I would be
X.
like, hey, Chat GPT, reverse this fucking video.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said, "Hey Grok, is this real?" Because that's how a lot of people live their lives now.
Fuck Grok. Grok be wrong as fuck.
Grok. I would punch Grok in the face if I ever saw
Right?
him.
He be loud and wrong.
I would
a
Kyrie
lot.
Irving Grok.
Oh my God.
You-
Supposedly, they just released.
Can you pull the Kyrie Irving video up where he assaulted the robot?
Yes.
So those robots, supposedly they just released 300 of them in San Fran, where we're gonna be at,
Oh boy.
for an experiment to see how the public react to them. And they're just those little things that Kyrie kicked over. They're just walking around.
We're going to Palantir country, bro. We're gonna be in AI surveillance land. Look at this shit.
This is what Kyrie Irving thinks of.
I got mixed feelings
AI.
about Kyrie Irving, but this is probably
This is
my favorite
hilarious.
thing he's ever done.
Can I push it?
The way he wound up,
The camera guy getting right in the face.
tried to help the robot up. Now he's helping the robot up. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck that
Oh my
robot.
God. That's
Okay.
hilarious.
That's
All right.
funny as hell.
So, with that in mind, let's start Saturday, shall we? Rams Panthers, and we got an absolute classic. Me and Fax watched it at the bar, and I'm getting old, man. One night out it really spent me this weekend, dude. You were out even later.
Hell yeah.
You said you had a martini at 2 a.m.
Lychee martini
I
at
had-
2:15
I was in REM stage. I got out of there as soon as the pack collapsed. Okay, Rams Panthers. So if you're a Rams fan, you come out of this game, it is case in point why you trust Matthew Stafford. It's why you think he's an MVP. It's you give him the ball last, he's going to deliver. It's the magic of Sean McVay. It's the, hey, we're going to Mumpfield. We're going to fucking Colby Parkinson with the catch of the year, right? Thus far for the Rams, like putting them up in this game, obviously closing it out, with three, 4 plays consecutively to end the game. But I thought the story of this game was, the Rams' playoff experience, their resilience. That's the word, right? Not resiliency. Their ability to take punches. You saw a couple quarterbacks, and 2 of the best of them this weekend. Matt Stafford and Josh Allen. I believe Stafford had the ball down at multiple points in this fourth quarter or late in the third into the fourth. 2 drives they had to answer. And Bryce Young is going right up and down the field and doing the same thing, which I think is, if you're a Carolina fan, you come out of this game, you say, hey, even if you were skeptical of the guy, he's certainly earned that option. With a performance like this, the way people weight playoff performances, listen, I got no problem if you want to hold. I've been hyping Justin Herbert up all year. If you want to hold the playoffs against him, that's perfectly fine. That's your prerogative. And I'm going to have to sit on my hands until the next time he gets in the playoffs and say, well, I can't really argue with you on the playoff thing, no matter how hard the road was, right? And all the factors that mitigate what happened. Bryce put them in position to win this game. And that's a seasoned veteran team. Now, the defense, as good as Chris Shula is and as good as the front is, the back end is really lacking. And I think that's what you come out of the game. If you're a Rams fan going into the Chicago game, we'll talk about that game in a little bit. You lose Akello Witherspoon. I think that's huge. I mean, he's your big corner. And coincidentally, you're playing a team like Chicago that's got some big pass catchers. That matters. I didn't think Lake was great in his return to action. I think they've kind of duct taped it a little bit with the guys on the back end. But they have the horses offensively, as you can see, to win a game 34-31. And it's crazy to me because in the first game, all we said was, hey, Carolina, fun story, got the win against this Rams team, and they did it by forcing turnovers and converting on fourth down. They really didn't do that in this game. Certainly there's a block punt, right? And that was huge, and Rams special teams have been an issue all year long. But they limited the run game. Part of that was, I think Carolina said, hey, we're going to let this guy, let's go see if he can win the fucking game. Let's let Bryce cook a little bit.
Yeah.
And he did. The 3rd and 3 to Coker in the corner of the end zone, he throws that ball when he's not even out of his break yet.
Yep.
So those are the types of things you want to see. I think Carolina's a year ahead. That building hadn't been in that position since Cam Newton was there. You could feel it. It's an awesome atmosphere. Only critique of the Panthers is you should have wore silver pants. But I thought they had a lot to be proud of. But the Rams, man, it's the veteran kind of we've been there before mindset, having to go on the road, being pissed off, finishing the season in kind of a fucked up way where Cardinals made you sweat more than you wanted to. You lose the game in Atlanta, and now, honestly, that whole thing's gonna, if they don't get to the Super Bowl, it's gonna come back to bite them because 2 years in a row you're gonna have to play in the divisional round, and possibly have to do it in weather where Stafford's not great. You saw him get his hand hit. I don't know if that's I could hear everybody who's watching the game.
They made such a big deal out of that, man. I don't think that was anything. I mean, listen, Stafford's tough as fuck. But he's what, like 38? He's had the back issues. He was living in a van during camp and all that good stuff. Like, I understand. It seemed like, there were points during this game where he was uncharacteristically off rhythm. Like, I was surprised, especially coming out of the half, like third quarter, fourth quarter.
Especially outside the numbers.
Yeah, and that's not like him, So I can understand why, the broadcast has shown his hand and all that shit. But it just felt to me like he was the team, I guess, was a little deflated by that Puka drop head into the half and got a little out of rhythm and kind of had some doubts creeping in and shit like that. I don't think he was actually injured. He's played through so much shit in his career. Remember the clip of him literally tearing his shoulder out when he played for the Lions?
Yeah.
Coming back
Are you
in and
injured
getting it
or are
done.
you hurt?
Right. And he would tell you, I got my hand dinged, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
The guys on the broadcast are trying to color in what's happening. And I think Greg, who, he's certainly one of the smartest in the
I thought he did a
game.
great job in that game.
He went on an incompletion streak that was about as long as any he'd ever had.
Yeah.
And, I think with Stafford, there is a built-in kind of people are tired of some of these quarterbacks are perceived to get a lot of excuses. And before the Super Bowl, you got to remember there's a whole decade of everybody saying, the guy's really good. You got to give him a chance. He's been in Detroit. And people kind of got tired of that. So whether it's Josh Allen or Stafford or any of these quarterbacks or Lamar, you're always going to have people that are fading those quarterbacks. And when you watch a game like that and the announcers are giving him an excuse, it probably didn't sit well with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when you hit your hand on that helmet, I'm just telling
that
you.
bitch is hurting right now.
That hurts.
His hand is hurting right now still from that.
No question.
When you graze your knuckle on someone's helmet or face mask in a game, it's just one of those things that linger.
Yeah.
And it's probably equivalent to like stubbing your fucking toe really bad on the corner of your bed. And it's something that it's like
the Peter Griffin thing.
Yeah, it's not devastating like in the moment, but it hurts and it happened.
Well,
for
only they know, is there residual swelling or they control, and they got a great training staff there and the whole thing. But what was he 11 for
26?
11 for 26.
Yeah.
From the point he hit that hand, no excuses. You got it. I mean, had they not won the game, I'd be chalking this up to another. Hey, as good as he's been, there are the moments. I said this last year down the stretch in the regular season, he wasn't great. You had the couple pick game against Atlanta. I lost track.
Yep.
And he will miss balls sometimes, but he was deadly in the middle of the field. It definitely was more of a spot that he was working. And Devontae Adams was I'll call it rust. I think the targets for him, they weren't
it was
very
that whole
efficient.
shot in cover two, and like he overthrew it a little bit. You know what I mean? And like you just kind of think to yourself, like, if Adams isn't coming off a hamstring injury, that's probably a perfect ball for him.
Yep.
It just seems like he's I don't know if you want to call it knocking the rust off. Like he's just getting up to speed a little bit after coming off that hamstring injury, and I don't think he was as much of a factor in the game. I mean, he played pretty well. He had 72 yards at 5 catches, but I feel like he'll be more of a factor.
No question.
Kind of divisional round.
And we'll talk about divisional round in a second. I just the Rams are going to have to clean up penalties. They had a lot of them. What's the deal with Dotson? Because he's got to be out.
Well,
there.
the thing that I want to kind of talk about too, Chris, is like I went and looked this up because I was like, man, 31 points. Like I like Bryce Young. I like the Panthers. I think they've quietly been a good team. But I'm looking back, dude. The Rams defense hasn't given up 31 points. Anything near that much at all. Like they gave up a bunch to the Lions in a loss. I guess they gave up a lot to the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, but it just feels like their defense lately has been a little more leaky.
Human.
Yeah.
Their
exactly.
special teams have been a problem all year.
Yeah.
The defense has been low-key, back-end leaky.
Where's that Jared versus Bull Rush? We haven't seen that.
Well,
he
hey,
highlighted
this is the week, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you talk about the Bears, not to get too into the preview, the Bears are down a tackle. I mean,
Right. Well, the Panthers were down a tackle too. I think they lost their
the
tackle
Quanu, which is
in
huge.
the
So
first
Bryce did that
series.
without his tackle.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, again, I think the Rams are flawed defensively. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't put them in the category of, I thought coming into the postseason, obviously Houston, in my opinion, the best defense, followed by Denver and Philly. New England made a case last night. Chargers up there, but I don't put the Rams defense in that category. The Rams are going to have to score to beat people.
Right.
You get
Thankfully,
to
they're
that
built
point.
for that, but yeah.
So, anyways,
And Sean McVay's optimistic to have Dotson on Sunday.
that's big.
that would be
That's
big for him.
definitely going to be helpful.
Oh, and the Rams, if they get in trouble, they can always put Puka on defense.
No question. No question.
I actually
That's
think
the biggest play of the game.
it's the biggest
That was
It's
play.
24-20.
Bro, that interception, that ends the game probably.
It's 24-20. It's going to be a pick.
a pick, and they would get the ball on the 20.
Puka turns into a DB.
Bro, perfect.
Yeah.
Like what you teach your DBs to do if you're in a situation like that, if you can't get to the ball, you play through that receiver's hand.
That's right.
And try to dislodge his hand from the ball any way you can.
Yep.
And he did that perfectly. And man, what a difference that game would have been. Whether they still would have won or not, it would have been a whole different scenario the ending of
That
the
was
game.
huge. That was huge. That was a huge play. So, yeah, you had the Rams moving on, the Panthers going home. Listen, I think the Panthers are, they're a well-coached football team. That team played above themselves this year. Obviously, we talk about the offense a lot, but I thought Avero did a really nice job. What else? What?
My worst sheet should have been fucking.
We haven't done it yet.
We've done it yet.
Oh,
Save it.
We
my
haven't
bad.
done it. Save it.
It was worst play. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Save it. But I just hats off to the Panthers. Shout out to Darren Bates, Coach Bates.
He
one of my
made- he
favorite
got
coaches
some
in the NFL.
airtime.
Got a
Yeah,
ton of
he did.
airtime.
Yeah.
He gets airtime all the time.
Can I give someone a shout out from the Panthers?
Sure,
Derek Brown, man.
he's a beast.
Like, you
I'm gonna
talked
take a leak
about
while you
their
stroke him. Pause.
Defense, how they're better than we kind of thought, but I think he has been an elite interior defender this season and has not gotten nearly the amount of love that he should. He wasn't all pro or a Pro Bowl, anything like that, but like go pull on his tape from the Bucs game especially, but like there were times during this season where teams literally could not run the ball because of him, and he lines up like as an interior defender. You've got your kind of guys who are like nose guards where they play zero shade, 2-eye. Then you've got guys who are like 3-tech, and then you have like your ends, like your 5 techniques, your big 2 gappers. He plays all across the defensive line. He's super, super fucking good.
Are you Team Bryce Young? Bryce Young, prove it.
Yeah, I think they extend him.
Yeah.
I think they just pick up his 5th year.
You talking about the Prince?
Yeah,
I think they pick up his 5th year.
yeah. It
I
just
think
seems
it's
like the
fair.
simplest.
I'm a huge fan, but I think it's fair to to say, and I think he's the type of guy, dude.
And you
Well,
can't
they're still building.
Yeah, you can't take him away from Tet right now because him and Tet had a real good year.
They got a little thing going.
and they have something.
Rico,
He's
like,
got more pieces.
Exactly.
who's
Get some more
up for
pieces.
them? Is like Chuba Hubbard up? Like who?
I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I guess we're getting ahead of our skis.
I haven't gotten that far, but the one thing is, I will say, they need pass rush to round that group out, edge rush. I think they got 2 corners I really like, right? They got big physical corners. If you can – I thought Scorton was really good. Umami Yelling got some good snaps this year. I think both those guys are pieces of the puzzle.
Yep.
But, to find that home run hitter outside would be big.
Need a Batman.
You need a Batman, dude. So I think
That I am Batman.
I am Batman. That's what Scorton's trying to say.
My job isn't done yet.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, somebody said go get Mac Jones instead of Bryce.
Ooh.
You got to realize,
I
man,
don't think
Mac Jones
is
has
gonna be
looked
any
like
better
a
in that
couple
offense.
different guys, and it's always case in point is like, we talk about surroundings and who your coach is. Kyle Shanahan's a pretty good place to.
Bryce Young in that offense.
Josh
See how he looks.
McDaniels. And then when he was with our guy Dougie P, they didn't click and it looked totally different. So I think you're underestimating how a lot of guys would have looked in that offense. I really do think you are. So anyways, yeah, Rams, big win, veteran playoff team win. Going on the road. Probably pissed off they have to go on the road. And again, this is going to be a theme because we're talking about this again in a second. But Packers, Bears, dude. I got to say, hand up, I thought the Packers were going to win this game.
Yeah.
And I still feel like
Bear down.
I wasn't wrong in a weird way because they did everything but finish a fucking game. And, after the game, you say a lot of things about I've never seen a Packers team like this, or I've never seen a team like this. I've never quite seen a team like the Packers team. And then you get Packers fans that'll remind you, hey, man, we see this every year. I don't know that you do. I don't know that like some of the things that happen to this team down the stretch are like factory of sadness bullshit, dude. Yeah. Like the 2 Bears games alone.
Yeah.
This is 21-3. And I'm going to get there and give the Bears a ton of credit.
Chris Long, situational specialist.
Dude, it was bad, dude. I really enjoyed my visit to Green Bay. I think Matt LaFleur is a great guy. I think he's a good coach. But he has not coached his best football this season. And I did not think – a lot of it is on execution of the players. Right, there was a lot of execution moments where they fell short. But to lose a game like this, 21-3, we're sitting at the bar and somebody said something to the effect of, like maybe on TV, this would be something as unprecedented as 28-3. And I'm sitting there like, and I'm on the Packers, and I get the Mr. Krabs vision because I'm like, damn, I was there. Like, I know it's possible. This is worse. This was worse than
28-3 in the Super Bowl?
I think it – no. No, I'm talking about from like a game
management perspective.
Not where the game was, what it was for.
Yeah.
21-3. Tom Brady came back 28-3. Now I know Caleb Williams is a fucking stud. And we're going to do an exercise at the end of this thing where we rank the quarterbacks left in the playoffs. He's going to be up there. He's going to make some people mad where I'm going to put him.
Yeah.
But I just and I don't mean making Bears fans mad. I mean making other people mad maybe. But it's his first fucking playoff start. And it's Ben Johnson's first fucking playoff start. And what did Schefter say about LaFleur?
Working on a new deal.
Oh, they're working on a new deal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Green Bay, you got Matt LaFleur next year and maybe beyond. They scheduled this meeting, talk about his future ahead of the game. And then he's got to attend that meeting, presumably. And you got to defend that bullshit. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Because the quality of play down the stretch, there were so many things. You get the Bears 2 for 6 on 4th down. You get multiple drops on the last drive. The Reed drop was a killer.
Yeah.
The Christian Watson play, I haven't watched it again yet. I thought he turned it down. I thought he turned down the smoke with the game on the line, bro.
A little BTJ action.
And if you want to be the guy, like, you can't do that. So there's multiple plays the last drive where, the Bears have basically done it again. They've come back because at this point it's not luck. This is what they do.
What is it, again, 8 games now?
Coming into the game, I talked about the self-fulfilling prophecy of playing the Bears now. If you get out to a lead on them, it's in your head. This is what they do. And they did it again. It's not coincidence. There's something about the quarterback and the coach and this team that allows them to do this shit. But the fatal flaw of the Packers in this game is, and it really came back to bit them. You saw it all season. Obviously, execution, not having Micah Parsons, the defense looks, totally different.
And Wyatt,
And the Cooper injury, I started texting people as soon as that happened. I go, this game's about to fucking change.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper going down. But the biggest thing is, if you can't run the football with a lead and you got a back like Josh Jacobs, shame on you. Shame on you. Seriously. And shame on you if you get a delay of game out of a fucking timeout. And shame on you if you're out of timeouts at the end of the game. You get a 12-minute in the huddle. There were things that happened to them that weren't even their fault, like the injury 10-second runoff down the stretch. The team's fucking cursed. You won't hear me talk about the Packers again in any serious light until they stop playing like this. Like next year, I don't know who I'm going to pick to win the North, but you're going to be hard pressed to see me do it again and pick this team to win the North, because it feels like this is who they are.
King of the North.
I'm just like, and for Packers fans to say, hey, we've seen this every year. I mean, I believe you feel this way every year, but the way that game ended, unbelievable. And McManus, so many of these games come down to kicks. You get iced, you miss the kick, you're missing kicks. It's just, man, like you're playing in an outdoor fucking division, man. You got to have a kicker that can knock down kicks. There were so many things. 25 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
How'd you like to be Jeff Hafley and be like, I'm riding that momentum into my fucking head coaching interviews?
But that is a team thing. That's a team stat in my mind. You talked about their inability to run the ball, like with Josh Jacobs. It's honestly like their lack of commitment to actually running the ball, possessing the ball, and killing the clock. I looked this up, dude. They had 38 offensive plays and 7 runs only in the second half. That's, to me, that's a travesty. In the third quarter, when they were up 21-3, they had 11 plays and only 3 runs. And dude, he's a beast. I don't know, like it's just frustrating
but
to me.
They can't run the ball.
I know.
That's the problem.
But
From
even
a personnel standpoint up front, they're not physical enough.
Yeah, but I think you still need to, just the game, where the game is at, like I think you still need to be committed to it just to eat the clock,
Sure, but part of it is you don't want to just eat the clock playing this Chicago team, because if you give them the ball back in the second half, this is the one thing they've done this year. I mean, they've done a lot of good things this year. I thought the defense would be. Here's who I really want to say, hey, hats off to, because I said this, and I quote, I said, I think the Packers win this game because I think they're walking around going, we owe them one, and I think the Bears defense is exhausted. And it's reasonable to say that coming off the last 2 games of the season when they're out there the whole fucking game. Dennis Allen in the second half of this game turned the heat up on Love a little bit.
Point.
And I don't want to say, listen, I know we do the thing with the quarterbacks in the playoffs.
What's 94's name from the Bears?
Booker.
Booker was
he's good.
He's good. He's a good player. He also
was
lowered his
big.
head again.
Yeah, he
trying to
did.
hang on.
I thought he was going to
First
get
time I was
another
like,
one.
I'm giving him some fucking leeway.
Yeah.
They were letting him play out there,
Yeah.
period,
He was,
which
he
is
was
nice.
binking. He was binking love.
He's long.
But dude, you got – don't tell me Jeff Hafley can't keep 25 points off the board in the fourth quarter. Dennis Allen's out there working with not too much personnel-wise defensively, especially when TJ Edwards goes down.
Yeah.
So you're both down a linebacker.
Yeah.
You're down CJ Gardner-Johnson. This team has survived off turnovers. You're not even turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And you're just not able to move the ball if you're the Packers. I thought Dennis Allen did a great job. And what I was going to say was – actually, I don't even know what I was going to say. What I was going to say is the damn Bears, they just got this it factor about them.
Yeah.
And so they didn't run out of gas. They actually put the pedal down in the second half, as they've done all year. And it's kind of counterintuitive because you think about a guy with a great script, great game plan, great offensive coach. You'd think they would start faster, but it's been the adjustments and also teams that get in these. They play soft coverage, they play off coverage. They let Caleb eat up the field. You gotta challenge these guys more down the stretch, especially if you get a lead. That's the one thing looking ahead at the Rams game where you're like, okay, if the Rams jump them, the Rams can run the ball. Nobody thinks the Packers were going anywhere this year, but it's a shame they don't get a playoff win because they tricked it off. The Bears deserve a lot of credit too, but if you're a Packers fan, you got to be fucking livid with
I'd be
your team.
pissed, yeah.
You got to be livid with your team.
Because it was all right there.
You know one famous Packer fan that was very livid?
Who? Lil Wayne?
Lil
I bet he was.
and the Bears players retweeting and trolling him online is so great. It's so great.
So I'll just say the Bears, Caleb Williams, and okay, what I was going to say is this. Jordan Love, because we're doing the quarterbacks in the playoffs thing. Every time it's QB wins, it's reactionary, and I'm going to fall down somewhere in the middle on all of it and try to just call balls and strikes, right? I don't think this game's on Jordan Love. There was a period in the middle of the game where I thought he needed to manage the game better.
Yeah.
Ironically, he needs to be a better game manager. You know, we always say, like, when Cam Newton calls a guy a game manager, it's like a slight, and it's kind of gotten a little out of hand where he's like, Drake Bay's a game manager. I'm like, all right. But I think Jordan Love, he's got one of the biggest arms in football. He makes some of the best throws on the field any given Sunday. But when it comes time to manage the game, and this is also an offensive coordinator critique, they don't do it. And the multiple grounding penalties are killers, man. You know, when he gets pressure in his face sometimes, as athletic as he is, he can kind of look like a doe, like a young deer. You know, he just kind of like can't quite get his feet under him. And with the other guy, and I think Jordan Love's a fucking stud, right? The other guy, he has one of the most innate talents in the National Football League. I don't think he can get the ball out of bounds from anywhere.
It's crazy.
He can get it over the line of scrimmage, out of bounds from anywhere. It's like hard to get him to ground it. It's hard to get him to sack. His arm's like a fucking rubber band, dude.
Yeah.
And
his
the
whole
angles that
upper
he can
body,
throw
like
from-
his balance, his poise, his I mean, dude, Caleb Williams has those traits where you just see him, you know, little glimpses of him. Like, you're not seeing him as much as you want to, but like, you know, the jump man throw, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Oh my God, that's
Dude,
so great.
like my girlfriend's asleep on the couch, barely watching the game. Happens to like look up during that. She goes, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like even people who don't know shit about football, you know, like see that and are pretty impressed.
Here's what else I saw, and this is for people that question this with him. I've never fallen for that with him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he'd be this good. You know, I was a proponent of, you know, like, hey, man, it's not going to be that quick. Like, you're not going to get there that quick.
Yeah.
But it's 2 years, and you're in the divisional round. Here's what –
With the new staff, too, you know.
New staff, which was a godsend. Between the ears, he was a fucking leader in that second half, dude. He was a demon on the sidelines. He was on people's asses. He was getting people hyped.
Yeah.
You know, he rolled his ankle. He was tough. I just, you know, all the, West Coast kid can't play in the cold. He's too soft. He paints his nails.
Well, he was
He's
fired
he's
up
a
even in the
fucking
first half.
Yeah,
When,
I love when he was getting after
Yeah.
Burden for not breaking the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's
good.
leadership.
Yeah.
That's Tom Brady stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's Tom Brady,
right.
but I'll be damned if he doesn't have as much arm talent as anybody in the NFL.
Agreed.
He just needs to sight that scope in a little bit. You know, he wasn't consistent at times in the game, but somebody just said 6 PFF big time throws. That's the most in a playoff game this weekend. All year.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, if you're a Chicago fan, you are a year ahead of schedule, but you don't know it because the quarterback's playing so well, and I think the coaches are doing such a good job. Dennis Allen defensively, Ben Johnson offensively. Caleb's – I had one of my buddies from Chicago who's a big Caleb doubter. And, you know,
Kev?
Yeah. I've been
Sorry,
telling
I
him
mean
all
to
year.
dox.
I've been telling him all year. You see that throw? You see that throw? You see that throw? We were sitting at the bar Saturday night. He turned to me and goes, that was a nice fucking throw. He goes, I got to say,
Yeah.
this guy really might be special.
Yeah.
And so I'm not one of the ground floor Caleb people where, you know, his third year at USC, I'm like, yeah, tank for Caleb. But his rookie year, I didn't fall for the okie doke watching him coached by Shane Waldron. You know, I think most people watching him saw that, man, if he could just sight that thing in, and he's still got some sighting in to do, he can be as good
But
as
it
anybody
seems
in
like,
the league.
dude, him and Loveland now, like,
Loveland is a
fucking
monster.
receptions did he have? Dude, he's a monster. He
Bro,
looks so good out
Where's
there.
He's from Iowa,
Michigan.
Michigan. Oh, that's what college he went to?
Yes.
Where's he from?
Colorado. He's from Colorado. Idaho? No, Idaho.
Idaho. That's what it is.
He was
Goldendale,
fucking
Washington.
good,
He
man.
went to Gooding, Idaho, or he went to high school in Gooding, Idaho.
He's from
Oh,
Washington.
so he's
But he's from
basically-
Washington.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
He's from all over.
He's from all over.
He was a
But-
fucking dog. How many catches he had? Like 12?
Got
But also
flagged.
to Jeff Hafley, man, like, maybe get the tight end covered at some point. So there's, I just
He had
think
8 receptions, 15 targets.
I think the Packers. It's so funny because the Packers in that Denver game. I go back to that game a lot. At a point in that game, I think we all sat back and said, "This is the fucking Super Bowl team." You know those moments during the season where you're like, "That team could be the team."
Yeah.
And the Packers had one of those, and it was like it was half of that game, and then
I mean, if they
two
had
things:
Micah, bro.
Micah Parsons getting hurt, and Christian Watson, fucking Pat Surtain going Puma on Christian Watson, landing on his collarbone.
Yeah.
I know, obviously he came back and everything, but that game totally changed, and it felt like since then this team's become a factory of sadness.
Yeah.
So, okay, you want to keep the head coach. You're
think
definitely
they
gonna
should.
you're definitely gonna have to make a change on special teams.
Yeah.
They got to work on that O-line too.
The offensive
I mean,
line
that-
has to be
You know how like
retooled.
we get into the playoffs and you talk about how like it's so much more about your weaknesses and your strengths. I think that's a great point. Like getting ahead, and it felt like the Packers were gonna need to jump the Bears to be in
Yeah.
an advantageous spot in this game, but they couldn't maintain that lead because they can't run the ball. And that group, they've invested a lot of capital there. Jordan Morgan was a first-round pick. Belton was a second-round pick. So it's kind of like that interior group. They lost Elkin Jenkins during the season. That interior group, there's a lot of regression there this season, and they gotta figure that out going into next year if they want to be able to run the ball.
You cannot win in the playoffs if you just can't up front.
Right.
It's really hard to do that.
Yep.
It's really hard to do that. I'm trying to think of a team that you trust that, like if you have a lead, if you're in short yardage, how deep is LaFleur's bag on the 3rd and 2s
Right.
and the 4th and 2s, not being able to run the football. And so we're going to talk about it. I mean, like Jordan Love is now 1-3 in the playoffs. But when I look at Jordan Love, I think he's better than that.
Yeah.
And I looked at that game, and I still think he's better than that. And honestly,
He was good. He was good in this game.
the middle of the game, though, and part of this is on the play callers, and part of it is on everything we've discussed with the front and with the run game. Part of it is managing the game for him. Is the last piece is getting in sync, when you're not pedal to the metal, right? And obviously one of the biggest injuries that we haven't even talked about them is Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
Changed their whole deal offensively, but the thing that was going to sink them in this playoffs, they got no pass rush, and the secondary, the corners, we talked about them all year. Season basically ends on, was it a slot wheel? It just ran right past Valentine. So, again, Bears.
It was the
We were looked at this for a while. It was like a screen,
yeah.
screen and go
It
kind
was
of.
actually the same exact concept. We'll get to it, but
Yeah.
Kincaid scored on.
Kincaid
Yeah.
scored on.
It was a
at
good-
the
it
left
was a good
pylon
concept.
where Lloyd's
Yeah.
passing it off, gets
Yeah.
caught with his head turned.
You're just putting a guy in such a bind. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You got to make a decision. You better be right
Yeah.
if you're the DB there. I have a question for you though, Chris,
Yeah.
about Ben Johnson, because obviously, we see all the creativity. We saw a fucking O lineman run a skinny post, which I kind of love.
That's masturbatory a little bit.
Yeah, I felt that way. But it did seem like in the beginning of the games, he's almost trying to do too much, or he's really reaching. And the reason I'm saying that is because in this game, they went for it on 4th down 4 times in the second quarter. And I think he probably got the sense that it's going to be a shootout. If didn't have the most confidence in his defense, you know what I mean, had more confidence in his offense, and so he's going for it. But you see these scenarios where this was our Hemingway game. I'm watching this game, I'm like, what the fuck? They're going for this.
okay with, and this isn't revisionist history. It was like during the second half of the game we were watching, and Kev, our buddy, was like, "Why isn't he kicking field goals?" Or maybe it was you saying it.
I was saying that.
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, because your defense can't get stops, and
Right.
and I thought, holding the ball for 8 minutes to start the game, that's how they want to play this game coming up. Because if they can control the clock a little bit, you hope that maybe you can force a turnover or two. That's kind of what they've lived off
Yeah.
of on defense. I do think, though, the challenge from as bad as the Rams have been from like a details standpoint, like they have not been on the details. This is a real pro football outfit coming in with one of the best coaches on the planet. And you know, they have their issues in the secondary and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna go through these lulls. You know, Stafford did this weekend.
It's a different kind of lull, though. Like
it's a
their
different
lull
kind
is
of lull.
them not making plays, not the Rams. They're not like turning the fuck over the ball.
So this is going to be a hell of a football game. And again, we looking ahead to this game.
We know the weather yet?
I looked at it. It was a chance of snow, 40 degrees.
Fuck yeah.
You know, you might get some weather, which so funny. This kid from the West Coast,
Yeah.
kind of becoming, you know, the talk of the town in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing it in these bad weather games late in the season, and it's something to see, man. And so, you know, Stafford coming in, he's got to be really on his game.
Maybe
I think
it's
the run
shifted.
game is going to be
Maybe
big.
it shifted. Aaron Rodgers was the West Coast quarterback, and then he went to Green Bay.
Yeah.
And became a legend in the snow, making passes, big plays. Maybe Caleb is.
I don't know
next
that
one.
where you're from really matters. You know,
People always try to do that. Like they say when guys are from Florida, they can't play in the cold.
I don't know, dude. I'm from
it's
Minnesota.
more-
I played for the Bucks, and I was like, holy fuck.
Exactly.
This shit is too hot for me, bro.
Too hot.
This real feel.
That's on everyone's different, and I guess you can like. It's crazy to say that weather doesn't affect people, and it's a mental thing because sometimes it's not. It can get cold enough or hot enough where it's not all mental.
Yeah.
It's some of it is physical,
Yeah.
and you sometimes have to get used to playing in it. And when you're on a team like Chicago or Green Bay or Buffalo, like you kind of get used to practicing and knowing how to get your body right.
That's what I
for
think
the game.
It's like you know your routine and how
Yeah.
it changes when it's fucking cold.
But
hey guys,
just vast up.
Caleb went to DeMatha.
Oh,
so
yeah.
originally
he's from over here.
he is, but even so, your Rodgers example is a perfect one. I don't think it's a big deal. Like I really think it's about where guys play and practice more.
Yeah.
Like one of my worries in the Buffalo game was, hey, the humidity down there. These guys are out there fucking practicing in Orchard
Cramping
Park.
up. Yeah.
And you could see some guys were cooked a little bit. They were tired.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think one of the biggest issues this week that we're going to circle. There's one injury on both sides of the ball. We're gonna talk about this game coming up more in the preview show, but I think the tackle issue for the Bears and the corner issue for the Rams. You know, I talked about Witherspoon, but Ozzie had to leave the game, right? And he's done.
Yeah, he's out for the
He's
post.
done. So
Theo
you know,
Benedict will be in there.
luckily Benedict's played.
Yep.
And luckily, Caleb's the guy that can get out of trouble, and you know, and his ability. Here's another thing: that field late in the season and into the playoffs is a little bit of a tough surface.
Yeah.
So you talk about
You don't got to tell me about it.
right,
That surface took my fucking ACL.
yeah,
Too much stuff is the crazier thing about it is, and this will probably be a story. Like there might be an event going on that field during this week.
no question.
Like where in
Yeah.
your head you will be like, that's crazy talk, that's even a possibility. But right now I think that field is owned by the public. It's owned by Chicago. It's like it's like their Parks and Recs. Like I think the Soldier Field is like part of that out there. So if someone really realistically wanted to rent it for an event or big concert, that can happen.
Yep.
And that happens throughout the year. And then you have a couple of college games that are played in there on a Saturday, turn around the field for Sunday, and you get to week 19, 20, and you see the results. So mixed in with all the weather.
So when you think about weather, here's another guy, and we're going to get into this game in a second. Fireball, California. I don't know how warm or cold it is out there, but it's California, right? That's where Josh is from. You talk about a guy who's had to play in inclement weather his whole career in Buffalo. You know, you brought up Aaron Rodgers. I bet you if you went down the list, although I do think there probably is some credence to like, hey, Southern people don't like the cold and shit. The quarterback thing, I bet, is more of a mixed bag than you think. You know, I bet there's some guys that, I mean, Brett Favre's from Mississippi. He's from fucking Mississippi. You know, he played his whole career in Green Bay. I do think it's about, issues like hand size. You know, they can definitely factor into holding on to a wet football, gripping a football in the cold where it's a little bit more slippery. But yeah, I think this weekend's going to be huge, and Matt Stafford's, went a long way. It didn't rain as hard as we thought it was going to rain Saturday, which I think was a blessing for Matt, because in all these games, we remind people that he's not as good throwing a wet football or in the cold. This weekend's weather is going to be interesting.
One more injury to look out for in that game, too, is T.J. Edwards is going to be out for the rest of the postseason, too. So they'll have a backup linebacker in there. You know how the Rams like to work that middle of the field. So
big tight end game.
Tight end game's huge. I mean, you talk about a team that sits in 12 and 13. And here's another thing is, if you're down backers, you're going to have to play light. You're going to have to play light some. You're not going to put that third backer on the field. So
Bears run game out of nickel.
Well, I'm talking about the Rams run game.
Right. I mean, Bears might not be able to play base against 12 and 13. So they're going to run fucking all of their McVay wide zone, wide zone duo, deep shot. You know what I mean?
Play action.
Want to hear something interesting I read, too, is Sean McVay's 15th playoff game, this upcoming one, 15 different opponents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like a scorigami of the schedule.
They haven't, supposedly McVay and the Rams haven't been great in Chicago. I only remember one of those games, I think. That was the Vic Fangio. It was one of the Vic Fangio. It was a Vic Fangio game in like 17 or 18, and it was pretty low scoring. But I saw that something like 0-2 is a very small sample size, and some of those things are kind of dumb.
These two teams, between these two teams, which wide receiving core do you like going up against the opposing secondary? Bears, Dunze, Moore, and Burden against the Rams secondary, or Puka, Devontae?
Well, it's interesting because when I think about the Rams, I mean, they have better receivers, right? But I think about the scramble drill. Scramble drill against Caleb Williams. These guys have to be really, really good. Luckily, they're not going to play man all day, but they have to be really good with their eyes, and they've got to be good plastering down the field. And the rushers factor into this whole thing as much as anything. Like rushing smart, rushing with power, but not getting too heavy, right? Because Caleb will wheel.
Especially with the injuries to the Bears O-line.
Yep.
I think that I'm probably more confident in the Rams receivers to produce just because of the strength of the Rams pass rush as well. I think they can kind of cover up some of the inconsistencies in the back end.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have to rush smart, man.
Yep.
Those dudes are aggressive. Like, we interviewed Byron Young. Remember he was talking about, like, beat me there.
It can't be a game where it's just
you got a page rush.
Oh, hey, we're seeing red because we got a backup tackle or that sort of thing. You really have to rush as a team.
Rush them smart, yeah.
You have to rush as a team.
The thing that's so impressed about Caleb, man, I know we've been glazing him, as I say in the chat. He just won his first playoff game. All right, let's fucking glaze him. But he can roll out to his left too. Like some guys.
It's another reason though that when we talked about people think I'm taking a shot at Jared Goff when I say this. I think Lions fans, oh God, you hate us. We're going to catch a stray here. No, I like Jared Goff, but the playbook is like 2X. It's with Caleb for Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, I just place so much. I put so much on a quarterback's ability to make off-platform throws in today's NFL, and that seems obvious, but it's not just about how fast the guy is. It's also how the quarterback can make an off-platform throw when he's jogging or backing up or the pocket's dirty. There's all types of off-platform throws. Caleb can make them all. The throw he made to beat the Bears the first time.
Yeah,
he's got people falling into his legs.
Yeah,
he's a fucking jugs machine.
He's got every club in his bag.
He has every club in his bag.
That's what's so cool, though.
And he put English on the. Oh, what did you hit there? Like a little. I don't know. Reed. Like what? A little
flop.
One of those that got like 27-degree clubs.
Yeah, and you put a little movement on it. A little. You shoot a little fade, add some backspin, a little draw.
And the old Tiger Woods video game. That's the shit that gives your thumb the blister. Yeah. Trying to get that extra.
Show me that one more time.
Trying to get that extra spin on the analog controller. You got.
Hell yeah. I know, I remember we used to play Tiger Woods all the time.
VJ Singh. Trying to get that
we used to play Tiger Woods all the time. That shit was awesome. We need to bring that back.
Great game.
And Fight Night.
Fight Night.
What we need to bring back is a little shout out to BetMGM because they gave us some love over the weekend.
Yes, shout out to BetMGM. Thank you for being gentle on your boy this weekend. The playoffs are here, and BetMGM continues to have you covered. It's giving you another chance at first touchdown scores. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you get your stake back in cash if your first touchdown score ends up scoring second instead. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you cash your bet. Bo had a moment last night where he thought he was right.
I was not right.
If your player scores second, you still get your stake back in cash. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT to enjoy up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager. BetMGM, make it legendary. 3-1 right now in locks. I got the under tonight. Under, I think Steve's hurting.
Yeah, I got to check Steve.
Check Steve. Because Macon started the weekend kind of
Check on Steve.
check on Steve. Steve! I think Steve might be damn over. He might be over.
He had Patriots -3.
Okay, so he's
So
1
that's
and 3.
1. But he did have Packers -1. That's 1-1. Eagles that's 1-2. Bills team total
Under 20, under 26 and a half.
So
Hey,
1 and 3. And then,
he's got
Cam Little over points.
He's 1 and 4.
Yeah, 1.
Oh my God, I might get back in the fucking driver's seat.
And yeah, the only one you'd missed so far is
Was
Chargers
the
plus
Chargers.
4.
It's a blind spot. I thought the guy was incredible. I still think he's really good, but he can't do anything in the playoffs evidently. So
Chris is like fourth quarter Caleb.
yeah, I'm trying to be like fourth quarter Caleb, man. I can't lose this damn competition. It's all I got.
Macon is 3-1 right now though.
Oh gosh.
So
What's he got tonight?
he has the Texans team total under 20.5.
You bitch you.
You bitch, you.
So, but no, that goes in because you just want a lot of Texans points, like 24.
Yeah, I got the under
And then
39.
yeah, and then
Which that total's gone down.
I think so.
I think that total's gone down.
Perk Rogers tonight.
Somebody said Chris cares more about beating Macon and Steve than he actually does gambling. Absolutely.
Currently sits at 38, the total.
I can have a bad
Per
IRL
GM.
38.
Yep.
I can have a bad IRL weekend, but if my public picks are good, like, and I don't have to deal with I'm happy. Okay. All right. So,
We got another game to talk about. What's this next game?
man, we don't need to do all this.
Oh, we don't. Oh, okay.
We don't need to do all
Oh,
this.
we don't. Oh,
No, we're
We
not
could,
going to
though.
do all this.
we could do it.
I just
all.
want to open the show by saying, or open the show because the show really starts now. I am not, okay. I just want people listening to the show to understand something. I love the Eagles, okay? Love the Eagles. I'm going to be an Eagles fan my whole life because of what that organization gave me, and my favorite color is green. My kids love the Eagles. I've had some friends that continue to play there, but maybe not anymore. I don't know. Like, I just, it's hard for me to get behind a team that I don't really like. And I never liked this team offensively. Defensively, I fucking love the team. That defense was incredible, and I'm sorry they wasted your year. But that offense, and I told you all season, now I gave out the Eagles. I can't pick the San Francisco 49ers. But we started the live stream. If you're listening to me, I said, don't lay the points. Whatever you do not lay the fucking points. Are we shocked? Zero shock here. Okay? Why is it that when you watch the Bills live stream, we're jumping up and down? Well, because me and Fax have like a long-standing thing coming up the game. Why am I just sitting there during the Eagles live stream? Because I'm prepared for this.
You feel like you're watching or you're reading it's a book that you already know the ending to.
We knew the ending to this book all season. And I went back and looked today. I was on the Rich Eisen show early this season before I didn't do it anymore because I just got too busy. Part of that was also because they kept aggregating me, and I don't like being aggregated, especially with Eagles takes. Like I ended up I'd go on the Rich Eisen show, and then they'd put me on like ESPN NFL and collab. They'd be like, "Hey, you want to collab?" Yeah, I want to collab when the Eagles are 3-1, and I'm saying like, "Hold your horses." Yeah, I want to collab with you. I want to broadcast this take so a bunch of people could tell me I have CTE, which ended up being what half the fucking comments were, because I said, this team cannot expect to go play in a Super Bowl. I don't care if you're 3-4-1 if you're not consistent. Because in the playoffs, you have to win 4 games in a row. And, of course, people said, well, we just won 4 games in a row. Okay, I need you to be realistic. If you play half of a football game consistently all season long and you lead the league in 3 and outs, eventually that is going to catch up to you. We said coming in this game the magic number was 23.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being, for the Eagles, it would have been 24. They didn't hit it, and I think all bets are off now. And I think now we can really talk about this thing in a way that – and one of my least favorite parts about doing this job, honestly, one of my favorite memories was last year getting behind that team because I believed in that team. And, saying, hey, they're going to win the damn bowl. It doesn't matter. They're going to win. They're one of the best teams of the fucking century, in my opinion. And I stand by that. This team was not that team. And what I hate about the job sometimes is getting up here and having to fucking tap dance around the truth. And I won't do that in the future. I really won't. This team was bound to go either one and done or lose the second game of the playoffs. And a lot of it is obviously the offensive coordinator, and we can talk about that. But I just want to take you through an exercise. What if I told you before the game, 49ers pressures, 24% rate, lowest in the wild card round, 2.8 seconds time to throw. I'm a pass rusher. That's an eternity. Eagles run the ball for 140 yards. They win time of possession 36-24. Niners run the ball for 75 yards. Purdy throws 2 picks. George Kittle leaves with a fucking Achilles in the second quarter. What are you saying happens in that game? Eagles fans, what do you say happens? I would think you'd say, oh, well, it sounds like we won the game. You didn't, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
Ran into Robert Saleh.
And both those coaches are incredible.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh is playing himself. He's coaching himself back into a head coaching
He's
job.
about to get a bag.
Getting a bag,
bro. Because just from that game last night, bro, the amount of injuries and just puzzle pieces and placements that they've had to move around and do to keep that defense together.
Yes.
And to hold the fort. And they might get Fred back for this game.
I think it would be.
No, I think it's one more week for
one
Fred.
More, but it's one more closer.
It's incredible.
To getting the chance.
The guys that are out there playing for this defense. Now, listen, I think the young slot player Stout is going to be really good. We were early in the season. And I love Lenore. I thought Mustafa. He's a fun player in the box. Like he'll come down there and fill and hey, listen. I thought one of the most impressive things about this game was the Niners are down to Nub at linebacker. They're bringing up
Kendricks, baby.
Eric Kendricks.
Year 11, 12.
Great player at one point. Yeah. Still evidently a good player.
He's been there for 2 weeks.
Okay, he's been there 2 weeks. He made a lot of plays for them. Wallow. Anybody know who the fuck that is? We're not talking about the podcaster. We're talking about the backup linebacker, and those guys played pretty well. I thought Robert Saleh had this team ready to play. I thought Bryce Huff played well.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's good for you, man, because if you played in the NFL, everybody's been there where you say, hey, I got written off. They think I suck.
Revenge game. And
he played pretty well. I mean, he wasn't the star of the game or anything, but I'm just giving some love to that defense. The offense knew we got to hit some big plays. And credit to Kyle Shanahan knowing where on the field and when in the game to pull that 7-year-old trick out of his fucking bag.
Yeah.
That's the same play they hit on New Orleans 7 years ago. It came out this morning. And Jennings, obviously, anytime you play a wide receiver that was a quarterback at any point, and somebody told me he was
not just a quarterback.
Tell me.
He was one of the top, and they showed the people from his class and coming out of high school, he was fifth. He was fifth. and
everybody knows when he touches the ball that he could throw it, especially with the depth of that reverse. He was above Burrow, which is a fucking wild deal.
Wow.
But it was a dime, and he got fucking crushed. Yeah. And McCaffrey tracking that ball.
It's not an easy catch for McCaffrey either, man.
No.
If it wasn't so painful, it's probably one of the most beautiful pictures of the entire playoff was they're down at the pylon, McCaffrey
bevel
over his head like that, like Willie Mays, and just on the road at the link. This was such a big boy win for them. Shanahan's a great coach. They couldn't run the ball. But they stayed at it, and they hit in cuts. They went at Quinyon, who, by the way, recovered great. 2 picks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the second half. I'm saying put him in the Ring of Honor. He's one of those guys that's going to be that good for that long in an Eagles uniform. But they were not afraid to go at him early in the game. And the safety play wasn't great. We can talk about that for the Eagles. But I think the Niners just the wherewithal and the playoff experience. Again, it comes back to playoff experience. I know the Phillies got it, but the Niners have it too, and they've been going a long time. And this was just such an impressive win by them. Brock Purdy throws 2 picks, but with the game on the line, he's not a robot. Mm-hmm. And he's layering balls in the middle of the field, and he's taking chances. Okay, and I know that like we're going to talk about the Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts and everything, but sometimes I sometimes wish he'd take more chances.
Yeah.
Right, and so Niners. Great fucking win.
GG's Niners.
You deserve that thing, and nobody in here shocked. And I think that's the shame of it, because while the Eagles were never going to be the team they were last year, every team's different, and we know how hard it is to repeat. You heard guys talk about it at the podium last night. They were good enough to be better than what it ended up being. But as soon as you could see the offensive line not playing at the level they were last year, it kind of becomes, well, everybody now has to make it happen. I think a lot of people thought for a long time, a lot of people were the main character on this offense. The main character on this offense through all these runs has been the offensive line. And so now you're talking about a future that maybe doesn't include Lane Johnson. I don't know. I haven't talked to Lane the last 72 hours. I haven't talked to him. I check in with Lane and that sort of thing. I don't know if retirement's on the table or not. But I'm saying at some point, we've been talking about it for a couple of years, you got to draft as a replacement. Okay, Juergens made the Pro Bowl, did not have a great year. Landon Dickerson, up and down with injuries, right? You've had to lean on depth pieces. All of a sudden, you kind of see how the other half lives.
Yeah.
And so that's why we can sit here and talk about the coordinator. He's got to go. First things first, Kevin Petula's got to go. Nothing against the guy personally. Being an offensive coordinator in the NFL is really fucking hard. And do I think that some of his shortcomings were related? I know Shady McCoy, I'm not going there because I didn't hear that directly. But, like, when you watch, you're kind of like, well, he has to know this is the dumbest fucking offense I've ever seen. Like, maybe there are some limitations that are informing the decisions. And you could say, oh, well, we saw, Jalen's had X amount of coordinators. I'm sorry, I'm taking the kid gloves off. You have to be able to play better than that. And I the head coach, I'm going to be honest.
If you're OC, do you want that job? Just seeing like the
yes,
rotation?
yes. I want that
Look
job.
at the roster, yeah.
Todd Monken's sitting there like, yeah, let me take that fucking job.
Stefanski.
And I'm not saying you got to find a new quarterback, but what I'm about to say is this: or a head coach. After a performance like that, it's kind of like I kind of want to be like, what is it that you two do here? I'm talking about the head coach and the quarterback. Because all I heard was the offense is going to turn it on. The head coach picked that coordinator. He was with him in Indy. It was supposed to be a continuity play. I'm sure at least part of the decision was made with the quarterback in mind. You have to be able to. And A.J. Brown dropped balls. Luckily, it didn't come down to the A.J. drop. They got a fresh set of downs. You had the whole field to work with. You got beat. You scored 19 points on the defense. And quite frankly, we're attaboying because there's not a lot of great players on it. And so everybody shares in this failure. And I'm not going to sit here because I have friends in the building or because I want to take my kids to games and fucking lie about what I see. I don't know how the head coach or the quarterback this year helped them separate. And that's a hard truth. Not saying they have to find new ones. They're both gamers. They're both winners. I sat here and defended the guy at every turn, Nick and Jalen. But if what you got is, hey, they're winners, then what happens when you don't win? If you say, hey, well, it's just about winning. What happens when you lose 6 games or whatever it is in the regular season, and then you lose your first playoff game? And it's 2 out of 3 years now, okay? And I know they've been to the bowl twice, and I know expectations are high. but I do not like what I see with this offense.
Yeah, Chris, the thing too.
I'm not going to bullshit you. That's all I have to say.
Right. And I mean, I agree with you. When I think about the Eagles offensively, you think about like all the, the ingredients of a recipe. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're trying to make something. You have fucking a prime piece of beef in Saquon Barkley. You have all these different pieces. And then when you put it together, like the final product, it's just so mid, like with what they have, with the talent that they have offensively on the roster, for them to, score only 19 points against a very depleted 49ers defense is just so frustrating, especially when, like, I was kind of holding out hope, like, oh, things will be different in the playoffs. Like, they're going to do some different stuff. And you just saw the same shit that we've seen all year. And so, to your point, it's like there are still a lot of great pieces in there. Like some, aging out a little bit, and the nature of the NFL, like the roster is going to change. But some of those core pieces that are really good are still there. I think if you just mix it up with something like a different offensive coordinator, like they can really get back on track. But it's such a frustrating
and with the
final
quarterback
product.
that you have, because you've seen him run an offense at a high level. But the point I'm making is the offenses that he was running at a high level were the Monstars, dude.
Right.
The fucking Monstars.
You need to get a coordinator who's going to be able to kind of elevate. You're saying when you can't have a dominant run game and a dominant offensive line, who's going to elevate?
I need more pre-snap motion. I need more under center. All the things I've been harping on all year. I need more play action. When you watch the Eagles offense play, it looks like a different sport than some of the other offenses. Yeah. And so we'll find out fast if it is the coordinator or if it's the quarterback next year.
Right.
I'm not saying, hey, you got to go find a different quarterback.
It's both, man.
But I think it's always a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And listen, I love watching that team. Last year, I loved watching them. 2 years ago, there are just long enough spells, even in those championship seasons, where you see kind of that stagnation in the passing game.
Right.
Where I'm like, hey, man, eventually everybody has to be talked about. And here's the thing. I'll ask you a question. You can't take anything away from what the guys on this team have done, including the quarterback. Jalen's 27, 28 years old?
Yeah, about that.
You'll have to extend him at what age?
He's up in like 29.
Nolan's at the link. Nolan's at the link right now.
Reporting from the link.
If you had to extend him in, say, 2 years, project the physical tools out.
Right.
Part of his game is that really frustrates me is he vacates pockets a lot.
Yeah.
He'll vacate a pocket, but he doesn't have the wheels right now.
And he's just drifting out of the pocket and trying to, have someone like in that final drive. I think it was like 2nd and 10 or something like that. And that's kind of what he did. He drifted out of the pocket towards his throwing arm, towards the right sideline, trying to find something down the field. And it's like, it'd be nice to see him tuck that and run. I feel like 3 or 4 years ago he would have. And that's, I think, to your point, Chris, someone in the chat said that, this was a while ago, said that Jalen Hurts is going the Russell Wilson route. And I kind of laughed
but you know
initially.
what?
It's not a bad point.
No, but you know what? Russell Wilson, there's people that think he should be in the Hall of Fame for what he's done.
Yeah.
Jalen, you can't take anything away from what he's done.
Winner.
But we are talking about right now.
Yeah,
we're talking about right now. And next year is going to be a big year. If he's the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, let me ask you this question, chat. Are we going to be allowed to question the quarterback if you're 2 years removed from a Super Bowl? What is it? Because in NFL buildings, we don't say, hey, but he did that a year and a half ago, remember?
What have you done?
You got a whole year of tape that says, and first things first, got to get Patula out of there. But I want to see him grow in a way that I don't see a lot of 28-year-olds grow, right? You've kind of already hit your growth spurt. I kind of want to see the growth. And part of the growth is playing on time, processing quicker. That time to throw can't be predicated on, because you're going to be living in a post-Lane Johnson world. You're going to be living in a post-Jeff Stoutland's
Dallas
All-Stars world. Dallas Goedert's going to be probably on his way. They're going to trade A.J. Brown. They probably do. Post-June 1, they probably trade him. And I would, honestly, because I got nothing against A.J. Brown. You don't think I'm going to get to A.J. Brown here. Some of the Jalen people are like, oh, you're not going to get to A.J. Brown. I love A.J. Brown. I think he's been an amazing player in this league, and I even like some of the sentiments that he came out with earlier this year because they were a lot of the same things that I was talking about, which is it ain't about winning in fucking September. It's about projecting the brand of football we're playing into January. And he wasn't the best messenger maybe, but he was trying to send the right message. But what you can't do is drop some of the balls he's dropped down the stretch. You can't come up empty in big situations down the stretch. Now, the ball, the deep shot, middle of field closed, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nice play. I think it was Siegel. Nice play. Going to be tough to catch that football. I even think the shot versus man coverage that happened almost immediately after would have been a tough ball to track and make.
On the right sideline.
But I do see things with AJ's game where all of a sudden he's a little bit stiffer than he used to be. And, the things that I see are on some of the balls where he has to bend down and get passes low, adjust late. He's still a fucking problem. But if he's a problem, I'm not talking about in the locker room, but if he is a problem between the quarterback and him and they choose to keep the quarterback, then they probably do need to trade him. They have to make a decision, right? And I don't know what you get for him. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to fall into the trap of because it's a team I played for, because we're in the, it's a big market, or, it's the Eagles and we ride the wave with them. We're not saying burn it all down. What I am saying, though, is this is a moment of truth for them. It really is. And anybody that says it's not, then you're being a fan. You're being a fan. You're not being level-headed or reasonable about it, because I did not see the quarterback play, the offensive coordinator call, or the head coach well enough this year. I didn't see it. So, you can take that for however you want it, aggregate me, fucking put me on a quote board, tell me I hate the Eagles. I'm just telling you, I love the Eagles when they're good, but when they're not good, I'm not going to sit here and cry about them. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I didn't expect this team to go all the way.
Chris, so obviously we're looking to the future a little bit with the Eagles because we're at that point of the season. They're out of the playoffs. Everyone in Philly is kind of looking towards the offseason and next year. We've talked mostly about the offense. You got to, I guess a little bit of silver lining is, personally, I feel pretty fucking good about where the defense is at. Now, I think safety play was a little sus yesterday. Reed Blankenship did not have his best game. He had a critical penalty that negated that sack, and I think that was like one of the final drives. I think it was the final drive. And then he kind of inexplicably dropped CMC on that Juwan Jennings touchdown. Other than that, I thought the defense was really good against a tough Kyle Shanahan scheme. But like looking forward, I mean, there's a lot of fucking talent defensively. Yeah. And Vic, I mean, it feels like they really came into their own, So like if you're looking for one bright spot, I guess, for the Birds, defensively next year feels pretty good.
Dude, Vic Fangio's great. Howie's done a great job. I mean, like all I think Jalix Hunt's going to be a star in this league.
That's my only concern. Some of these dudes that are playing well, like Morrow, Hunt, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, are going to be up for money soon.
You can't pay everybody.
That is my only concern.
There's a window, which is it's almost like the team flips where, it was an offensive line dominated team for a while.
Yeah.
The defense. I mean, even our defense, we were really good defense and everything.
Yeah.
But we weren't to the level of these guys, top to bottom, back end to front.
Back end,
like you got two all-pro corners and the whole thing. Like, no way.
Yeah.
Now it's a defensive team.
Yeah.
And so how do you build your team out? Well, if you're a defensive team, one thing you can't have is a bunch of fucking 3-and-outs.
Right.
Like if that's how you're going to be built, like I don't care if you got to win low-scoring games, but the stagnation, the inconsistency. People laugh at me when I say you can afford to be bad, but not consistently bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just constantly be 3-and-out because the defense just gets used to being sudden change or not sudden change in this case. And that's the thing I was going to say. I'd like to see Jalen take more chances.
Yeah.
And maybe it's maybe with him some of it is he's just protecting the football too much, which is it's a fucked up thing to critique somebody on. But sometimes it feels like watching this offense, they play things so safe.
Yeah.
And I always talk about he's as good a deep ball thrower as anybody in the league. Patrick Mahomes, anybody, right? I had somebody laugh at me when I said that earlier this season. So I don't just shit on Jalen for a living. I think there's a lot of really good things he does. some of those throws are safe for him.
There's also no
right?
creativity to the fucking offense, man.
There's no creativity. The route concepts, there's a bunch of fucking stop routes. If you play zone match, if you
4
play
verts
man,
on 4th and 11 against quarters, it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
what are you doing?
There's nowhere to go with the ball. What do you want from him?
So yeah, I want to give him a chance, but that I think that year puts him behind the 8 ball. I think it does, and I think it's fair to say that. And absolutely, Patullo's got to go. Got to go. Bye. See ya.
Who can we make a little, just maybe briefly, a little wish list for offensive coordinators for the Birds?
Cliff Kingsbury.
I think some people aren't
End of
watching the
list.
same season. Oh, what were you saying?
I said Cliff Kingsbury. End of list. He said wish list for offensive coordinator.
I want
Eagles.
Stefanski.
Jalen's the QB.
Jalen's a QB.
Okay.
You said Monken earlier. Monken makes it
Monken.
make sense.
Monken would be great.
I would have to think Baltimore tries to make that work, though.
Monken
Watch
would be
him
great.
go hire Greg Roman.
Oh, God.
What are you
No,
saying in the
please,
chat,
God,
Chris?
no.
People are watching a different game.
Well, I think the disconnect with people, it's crazy. The anchoring bias or whatever is nuts from some fans. Where it's like, hey man, like this guy's not going to be your friend, whether it's AJ Brown or Jalen Hurts or Kevin Patullo. They're not going to be your friend.
Yeah.
You can call it how you see it. And, like, I got a lot of respect for everybody that wears that uniform. It's not easy. This isn't a personal critique. At no point are we sitting here saying, this guy's not a good guy. This guy's not
Chris
a
and
tough
I can
guy.
tell you from experience, there's nobody in the locker room that is more critical of players than themselves.
They all know.
Like, it's
They know.
not, yeah.
They know.
There's nothing personal about this business.
So, anyways, Niners, incredible win. As you can see, you kind of did the thing.
Dude, Kyle Shanahan's the coach of the year, man. I mean, it's him and Vrabes, right?
Yeah.
That's who it is. Like
Sean Payton,
Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen, I mean, he's definitely up there, man. But fucking,
Seahawks coach.
you just, yeah.
See, again, here we go. It's people going back to – I would love it. Hurts balled in both Super Bowls he played in. No shit. He was incredible.
Yeah.
He wasn't incredible all season here. And unless you got a way to get the roster back to what it was offensively, because part of it is in the second half of this game, okay, I'll get it. I'll give you the first downs in the second half of this game. They run duo for 8 yards, play action incomplete, outside zone, TFL. Juergens gets run over.
Yeah.
Powered TFL. This is confounding here because part of it's like, you want to put it on the offensive coordinator. Well, you got power blocked up nicely. Mailata's pulling in the hole in the bubble side, and Tank Bigsby runs out to the perimeter. And the fucking frame ends with Fred Johnson and Mailata doing this.
Yeah.
So there's bad ball being played on the field by the players too, right? And their names are not all Jalen Hurts, but the point is you get the credit, you get Super Bowl MVP when you win the Super Bowl. When you score 19 points on the backups from San Francisco at home, you're kind of up for being critiqued.
The backup,
the
backups with weak ligaments.
And the fans exiting the link last night kind of had the same sentiments about Patullo.
Oh, Sam.
You got to play this guy
we had
real quick.
This
Play
young
this kid.
fella.
Sam is a legend.
Mute the stream.
And I got a loss.
Oh no, you probably would have rather had Cole, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'm feeling two of two things. A, I want A.J. Brown packing his bags, and I want him somewhere else that is not here. I love you, A.J., but, like, you can't make those drops in that game. And I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at, like, the local McDonald's or something. I don't care.
Get this kid on the pod.
Whenever he's an offensive coordinator, it's like he's flipping burgers. One side, he's cooking. One half, he's cooking. And the other half is completely raw. Yes, this was a huge letdown.
That's probably one of the more reasonable Eagles fans after the game, too, huh?
Yeah, the hamburger thing was pretty clever.
Definitely the most sober.
He was
But
cooking.
it cut off the front. He said those tickets were his Christmas gift.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he said that's what I got. It was a playoff loss.
Well, that's fandom, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Fandom is riding with the wins and the losses. So, it is what it is, man. This organization's been incredible over the span of a decade. So not all going to be Super Bowl winning seasons. And to the people that said I had CTE earlier this season because I doubted the offense's ceiling, I just want to say, how you doing? Are you guys straight? All right.
Let's talk Bills.
3-1 of my CTE doesn't affect my my locks. I think I'm what am I on the season? 62% or something like that. We don't need to do the math.
You're up there.
I'm up there.
Yeah.
So
Before we go to the
We've been
Bills,
making money.
Before we go to the Bills, any preliminary thoughts on
we're going to the
Niners?
Bills at some point.
The Niners-Seahawks matchup this week? Any
Niners
initial
Seahawks. This is going to be a tough one for the Niners, man. But they're kind of like the Bears, in that I'm like, can you really tell them what they can't do anymore? Like, I can't tell this team what they can't do.
Yeah.
I thought Saleh did such a good job. He brought some heat, brought a little bit more pressure than you were used to, which I thought was look who it is. Speaking of living my best life.
Dude.
Hey, I had to come on. I had to come on because Chris was talking. Can you cuss on here?
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, because Chris sent me. He was smoking packs of us, man.
Yeah, talk shit to all of them. They've been talking shit about the Jags. They couldn't wait for this day.
I brought Duval on just for you, Nate.
They
'cause
couldn't.
you had a teammate here.
They couldn't wait for.
I ain't
this
gonna
day.
front, bro. I was hurt in a bitch because I had in my mind, I thought everything was lining up perfectly for us to go to the Super Bowl. I had in my head I was like, everything's making sense. This is our year.
No, I'm hurt too.
That's why I was hurt because I had booked my flight to San Francisco and all.
The
Well,
reason
no,
why
you still
I'm
need to
hurt-
come out to San Francisco. We'll be out there. Come on, man.
The reason why I'm hurt is that I've been the biggest Cam Little fan, and that missed kick.
Just the Cam Little part.
Like
Bruh,
that
as soon as
missed
I saw it,
kick,
I was like, what the
bro? That kick is the difference in the game.
It is.
And it's just like from him, like the amount of shit I've been talking about how good our kicker is and why, like he didn't make the Pro Bowl, the longest
Bro,
kick.
I talk
all
so
that
much shit. I showed him so much love on social media and everything. He fall out here too, where I be on the wakeboarding and shit. Wait till I see him again,
Man, so I tried to get Duval on here last week, and he was like, man, my internet's not so good. You probably should have come on last week, but, you know.
Yeah, I can't even talk shit this week. I just got to take this L.
Hey, do you remember what I texted you this weekend when you said, well, what'd you say? You said something, how you feeling about Trevor now? Do you remember what I said to you on January 5th?
Yeah.
I said, I know.
You talking about what you said?
I said, I know Trevor's in there somewhere.
Dog, that third quarter, like I told you, I don't know. I don't want to talk about him on here.
No, we don't have to talk about it. I'm just glad to
that's
see
my
you, dude.
teammate.
I'm just glad to see you, man. And get you on the podcast, man. Fuck. God, what was I gonna say, dude? Yeah, where'd you watch the game? Were you at the game?
Yeah, I was at the game, man. And I ain't gonna front. I gotta give it the Buffalo. Their fans is the best fans I ever seen in my goddamn life. Them motherfuckers. They had the waist side all filled up, just of them.
Mm-hmm.
Were they cool?
Who?
The Bills fans, were they okay? Were they cool?
I don't know because I didn't go downtown after we lost. But I know they had downtown on lock.
The funniest shit was I sent you that picture with the cigar.
That's what I'm talking about. You called me smoking some
Jags
Jaguar pack.
Smoking the Jags pack. And then Nate's like, yo, look at what Duval just posted. He said, if you try to text me or call me today, we are not fucking friends anymore. I missed the cutoff by 5 minutes. Oh,
I was hurt for real, man. I don't think everybody in Jacksonville hurt. We just trying to look good being hurt.
but you like Liam Cohen. You think the future's bright.
I do like him because I ain't gonna front. When he first did that Duval, I was like, oh my God, it's over. It's over. But then Sapp, Warren Sapp, he hit me up and was like, nah, y'all got a good one. Y'all might go to the playoffs this year. And shit, he was right.
He was right.
And they better get off that nice reporter lady's ass down there talking about she shouldn't have said what she said after the game, bigging up.
That's
Liam Cohen.
a black woman. You know, shit. That's how I got this far, having them type of women in my bed.
Right?
You gonna do it, sugar?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
interviewed me before.
Yes.
And they are so mad at her, like real reporters. You can't take that time to say that and not ask a real question.
Man, that lady
It's
sounded
like,
too
yeah.
nice and too pure-hearted. She
And the
can say
Jags,
whatever
and on
she
the
wants.
other hand,
And he looked
it's
like he
you
needs to
said,
hear it too.
Exactly. As hurt as everyone is, we have to take a step back. It's hard to right now, this close to the game.
Yeah.
But, bro, we had 13 wins. How many fucking wins did we have last year? It's just, you got to step
And
back.
we already won.
Exactly.
I don't know. I
already
take
won.
my hat off to y'all players because I don't know how y'all talk after defeat like that. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna get on the interview and talk after that. Which I guess you got to get paid. But I'll be like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here to get paid. So
AJ
I'm
Brown
only
said,
fine.
"I'm not talking to anybody." Yesterday.
AJ left. AJ Brown left. You could lose. I mean, you can leave.
Get fined.
You
a
get
little bit.
fined. Hurt your pockets.
Man,
a
that
little bit.
shit. I know. That's why I said I take my hat off to y'all because man, that like after yesterday, ain't no way in hell I would have talked to them. I would have fucked up. I would have went viral.
All right, so what we got to get from you is your Super Bowl prediction now. Now that you can kind of.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna front. Josh Allen made me a believer yesterday. That boy the truth.
He's nice, dude. I tried to tell
No,
Nate
he's
here
the
for a little
truth,
bit.
man.
I
He's
tried
the
to tell
truth.
him.
But
Okay, Buffalo and who?
I think Chicago and Buffalo.
Wow.
Wow, that'd be nice.
Some city's going to be happy.
That'd be nice.
And then Jacksonville will be next up next year. You know?
Well, that's my
Yeah,
other
I
horse.
think-
So
I think Chicago. Who y'all say?
Chicago's my other horse. So you know,
he's got another horse too.
I mean, I play for both teams. I play for both teams. Like you know, so
Oh, okay.
I'll go. You know, I'm gonna pull for Buffalo now, and I think it's Buffalo and. Golly, I hate to say
San
this.
Fran?
This is really putting me on the spot here.
I
think the Rams.
that's what I was going to say. Buffalo.
I got doubts though about Buffalo if they
You
say
got them over San Francisco?
Houston. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if San Francisco is going to get out of this weekend.
Yep.
Because they got to play Seattle. But so when we come down to Jacksonville next year, will you hang out in the pool or do you not do the pool? Is that pool's not?
The pool. It's over. I think this our last year in that stadium.
they're displaced and they're playing in Orlando next year.
No.
Holy
Yeah, nigga, I think yesterday was our last game. Now that I think about it.
is.
Damn, dude, y'all were so distracted by thinking you were going to the Super Bowl that you didn't even do like hey, this is the last game at this shithole
shit.
stadium.
I think we playing in Orlando for the next.
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask
the next
you.
2 years.
2027.
Okay.
So-
No, but one. I think the year in between. Are they renovating? I think that's when
They
it's
was renovating
coming,
when
but-
we- yeah, I
but
was there
they're
yesterday.
playing-
It was a
they're
whole,
playing all
they
year.
put
I
some
think in
steps
Orlando next.
Okay.
year.
Duval, hey, if they called you and they were like, "Hey, man, you get to design the stadium with us," what would you put in that stadium? Lil Duval's perfect Jacksonville Jaguars stadium, and it's not in London. You actually keep the team, which I know is not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, shit. It already looked good from the rendering they showed us, but damn, what would I put in there? I wish you. Damn, let me think.
It's a good question.
I know it, right? What would I put in that bitch?
The pool would
I
have
probably well, see this Jacksonville, I could probably put a strip club in that hole.
to. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get some better hoes though, man. 'Cause Jacksonville.
I know you got
But
probably.
now-
You probably
hey
got
man, I
strip
gotta get
club.
out there to Montana, man.
Yes, come see us this summer. Fax comes out there every summer. Maybe we can link up there.
Montana's
We'll link up in San Francisco because you still got to come to the Super Bowl, right? There's some
Hell
money to
no,
be
I ain't
made
coming.
there.
I don't want to come. I'll be out there listening to people talk shit to me all day. I'm not doing that.
I promise you, if you come out, we won't talk any shit. We'll just let you be.
Not
bro.
you.
I know.
Not you. I'm talking about when I go out and about.
Yeah, you're right. People probably.
Duval, how about them Jaguars, boy? How about I ain't trying to hear all that shit.
How about the Jaguars? Well, dude, hey, I just want to get you on the show. We wanted to check you out, man, and we're gonna come down to
Jacksonville.
no, we're coming down to
Duval?
Camp Duval.
Yeah. Got to.
Definitely gotta come down to Camp Duval, man. It's a chill spot. Go fishing. Good hunt. I don't know if y'all can say that on here, but yeah.
No, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, why not?
Fax will catch all the fish in your pond, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to come fish.
You know what? I still ain't caught nothing in my shit. I see them, but I still ain't had time to just sit out, just catch the bitches.
Well, that's where he comes in.
That's funny, yeah.
This guy knows
Pull
how
up.
to catch
That's
it.
like Chris. Chris don't fish in his pond. I've caught
No.
fish in his pond.
No, I just when my kids want to fish, we'll fish. But I'm not really
Yeah,
into
that's
fishing.
I mean, I like if I fish, I'm gonna be out there deep fishing and want to catch something just to catch for. But that shit a workout though.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. All right, so we got Camp Duval. You come see us in Montana. I'm glad to finally get you on the show. This is a really good segue into the breakdown of Jags and Bills. So you called at the right time, bro. It's good to see you.
For sure, man. It's all love, man. You know I fuck with you.
All right, bro. We'll catch you soon. Lil Duval right there.
Oh, Duval.
How you cut this shit off?
However you want, man. You just hit the X.
It ain't no X on this bitch on my. I ain't got the app. I'm on the internet.
You could help us break down Chargers Patriots.
No, I'm good. Let me get off. Let me get off. Now y'all trying to make me work. Oh, there you go right there.
All right, bro. Hey, man. That's great.
So great.
I know some people in here were like, number one, who the
Who's
fuck is that?
that,
He's
right?
one of the funniest motherfuckers on the planet. Lil Duval, comedian, big Jacksonville Jaguars fan. I think I might have gone to one of his shows maybe like 12 years ago. It was longer than that maybe. It was me and like King Dunlap and a couple guys. I forget where we were. We had to be in like Florida. And after the show, we bonded over our love for Toyotas, me and him. Like, he was probably like,
It's a random.
who the fuck is this white guy? And then we start talking about Toyotas, and we're like, oh, man, I love the
You seen the
FJ40.
new
He's like, what
4Runner?
about the 55? You know, like, we were really into it. So we kept in touch, but we'll get him on the show in the off season for
Best
sure.
thing you said was he wasn't on the app; he was on the internet.
Yeah. I'm on the
He's
internet.
the fucking man, dude. I love that guy. So, with that having been said, maybe we should just roll right into Sunday football, Bills, Jags. First off, I'll just say this, Fags. No. What's he doing?
I don't know. What is that?
This is a flyover game, right? Let's
Oh,
just get Let's just get
Back
What
to
happened?
Bermuda?
Oh, look at the Jags helmet's gone.
yeah.
Hey,
back,
show
back half of the show.
the Jags.
flyover.
Look, you got a Bears helmet here.
Wow.
No, I will say this. Jags fans, I give you a lot of shit through proxy through my friend Nate, but it's an exciting future you got. You know, I'm always going to be a little skeptical about the quarterback. You know, like as if you let your wife stay after she went home with some guy. You know, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder. That's kind of how I feel about Trevor Lawrence. But otherwise,
That is a fucking crazy ass.
I get what you're trying to say, but it is a
whatever.
crazy metaphor.
it's a crazy
Analogy,
metaphor.
I guess.
Whatever it is.
Oh, think about.
He's saying he doesn't
God
trust him.
damn.
Give me a better metaphor.
Why you got to just take it down a little bit? Don't do my quarterback like that.
Right, and he doesn't.
That's pretty good.
You know, he doesn't back you up.
Try to
in
think of a
fight.
better one.
Your buddy, like
No, if your
you're
buddy doesn't back you up in a fight, like
yeah,
you're like, I'm not hanging out with him anymore.
you're just skeptical.
But there are dudes who are like, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should stay together for the kids. You know,
yeah,
the yoga and the jujitsu instructor. You know, but then you go down the road a little bit and you're like, I can't stop thinking about that time. Are you the same person?
I get what
you know all
you're
that
saying.
couples therapy
Yeah.
that Liam Cohen put us through. Are you the same person? But you're always gonna be like, man, I haven't gotten a text. It's 1 a.m. You know, she says she's out with her girls, but she don't have her phone with her. You know, that's how I feel about Trevor Lawrence a little bit. So, anyways, can I get to the compliment?
Yes. please
I
do.
think the Jags, from a football team standpoint, are as good as almost anybody in the league.
Yeah.
And this was, as I said, coming into this game, the Bills winning this game, it felt like the winner of this game could go to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
And it's a tough draw for the Jags because they played that man. You know who that man is? It's Josh Allen. Okay? And honestly, this was one of the most fun games to watch because we talk about like teams going back and forth, okay? Answering. And it comes down to a turnover at the end of the game. Josh had 2 chances down points in the fourth quarter. He delivered in both of those situations. That's the solace I would take if I'm the Jags, man. Jags are starting a chapter. The Bills are like 7 years into this thing.
Yep.
You know, where they've been in the playoffs a million times. This is their first road win.
Crazy.
But they've won a playoff game in 6 straight seasons. You know, so like this is a battle-hardened group, and ultimately, you know, they got it done. So there's no Jags shouldn't feel like losers in this thing. And honestly, I think there's a lot to build on with Trevor. I just thought that, like, I thought in this game it came down to quarterback play, man, because Josh, I add it up. I know I've kind of been a little bit what's the word? Where you're coming at somebody, you're confrontational. I've been a little confrontational with some fans that are out there because I always get shit when I say this. I think he's the best quarterback on the planet right now. And you know, he could have a week off and get beat by the Texans or, you know, play shitty in the rain against the Eagles, but when it comes to playoff football, which is the thing that you want to gatekeep people like Justin Herbert or Jordan Love about, this guy's as good as anybody that's ever played in the playoffs statistically. I'm just telling you, those are the facts. The thing you got to do is win the big one, and now you got a chance to do that because you're looking at the dance floor, and it's a little bit clearer than it was, last year. And so coming to this game, it was supposed to be a big legacy game for him. We'll add this to the fucking legacy then, everybody on ESPN, because he delivered when it counted, which is what he always does in the playoffs. I mean, so anyways, another great playoff performance. Team played tough. Team played really well. So many big throws. I think the throw to Shakir with Lloyd bearing down on him, Blitz bearing down on him, was just unbelievable. Yeah. He was the good version yesterday, where it's like he didn't make any bad decisions with the football. There weren't plays where I was like, oh fuck, you know, tuck it away, like you're holding on to it too long. And part of the reason was, you know, while the Jags have a very good pass rush unit, it's hard for those two edges to do it all themselves in pass rush.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
That we really needed Travis Hunter on defense this year. We really needed a guy to stick on a number one, or when a guy like Shakir is the only person that's like statistically hurting you in that game, like, hey, strap him up.
Yes.
Like, fucking strap him up and let everyone else beat us. And I just feel like we didn't really have that. Like, we didn't have that. And just like you're saying, it look into the future. Like, I love the Jags, but just this year in that game, it's Shakir killing us. But also, too, I felt like at the beginning of the year when we were losing games, the issue was, like, all these games, we start these games off with the script and running the ball, get NTN the ball out of the backfield, finding ways. And when it's working, for whatever reason, when we're winning, like, we want to go away from it. Like, bro, like, at halftime, Liam Cohen really, like, literally tells the sideline reporter, yeah, we're getting 8 yards a pop on the ground right now. We're great in the run game, and we abandon it.
Yeah.
So it's just
100%.
I get
agreed.
it. I get it. You maybe you get lost up in the game and the flow of the game, and you're coaching, and you have your notes and things that you want to run. But it's just like, bro, like, hey, like, with the when you're up, Etienne's is doing great. Bayshul's doing great. Like run it. And I feel like there was a couple of spots where maybe they tried to get a Trevor Lawrence run in, and maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. But I just felt like we shouldn't abandon the run the way
Facts.
we did.
I totally
7 explosive runs, 3.2 yards before contact. And, like, the Bills' defense, they've been banged up. You know, Ed Oliver's been injured. Like, their defense has been shaky in the run game at times. I agree with you completely, man. It's like, stick with that, bro. Bayshul, four carries, 51 yards, and then Etienne Jr., 10 for 67. Exactly what you're saying, dude. They try to go to Trevor Lawrence in those critical moments and design runs. Like, think about that one 4th down that we reviewed for 30 minutes.
That play's the biggest play of the game.
Yeah.
100%.
He called the turnover.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what made him say we're gonna force a fumble right here
On a kickoff.
But buddy,
It's like a 40-yard kickoff.
Who was it? Ray
Is that what you're
Davis.
talking about?
22.
Who fumbled the ball?
Yeah, 22.
Ray Davis.
Yeah,
Ray Davis. So he fumbles the football in the kickoff. You're down 7-3 at that point.
Yeah. We don't get
If they
nothing
go
out
in
of
and
there.
score 14-3 because of the way the fucking run game was going, now the Bills have. I would say this about most teams. I'd say it was curtains, but the Bills have come back in the second half as much as any team in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was
momentum shift.
huge,
That was a
and it was all
momentum shift.
shin, right? His shin's down, so it's the right call. But I just want to say, like,
And what about that stupid AI fucking spotting being wrong and saying it was a first down?
Which one?
The AI being a yard off on that play.
Oh, it
Remember
was
when
crazy.
The
when they
virtual
first
spot.
Showed, when they
Crazy.
first showed it, I'm like, yes!
Is it a first down, Gronk?
Yeah.
Hey, Gronk, is it a first down?
I'm like, yes. And then they showed it again, and you guys are like, wait, that's a fucking yard off.
Yeah.
Like, what did they just show?
I just want to say I'm so impressed with, because obviously that game felt like a big game in our building, because like we weren't going to hear the end of it if
Never.
Jags won.
Literally
so, like,
never.
I was nervous.
Why do you guys think that? Like, it's not, bro. If,
Brother,
No one's
brother.
saying-
Jags, if the Jags would have won the Super Bowl, like, yes, you guys would have never heard the end.
If
If Josh Allen would have lost the Jags, bro, that's like nightmare fuel for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
for you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You would have been on my head, dude.
Max, you've been on one
He
for
popped a fucking
13 weeks.
confetti bomb that he got from like a fireworks stand when the Jags scored their first touchdown. It was like, you know, it had to put the dogs inside. You know, like my ears were ringing. It was crazy. I actually, hold on a second.
I'm so glad I got to pop that confetti thing.
So am I.
I'm telling
Because
you.
I saved the confetti. I got the confetti.
Oh.
I told you my most prized possession. It's not Super Bowl rings. It's the confetti that I scooped with my own hands after I was on 2 Super Bowl teams. And I was down there, put it all in a Papa John's.
Hey, GG's.
And, man, I had to get some of this confetti. So I'm going to put this in a shadow box with my other confetti.
You know what's great, though?
What? No, I'm like,
My team being good right now,
yeah.
and the way it's the roster,
they're out.
we'll see you again. I mean, in the future, this might
we
be,
will. This could be the start of a trilogy.
No, like that's what I'm saying. This might be something that everyone's looking forward to.
Hey, I expect you
playoff.
guys to be back.
And I expect you guys to be
Well, that's
back.
because it's not me. But I do expect them to be there every year. They win a fucking playoff game every year. So I just say this: in a game where Gabe Davis goes down in this game, you don't have a ton of wide receivers anyways. We thought the tight ends would be a big part of the game, and maybe from a resource allocation standpoint, it was for Jacksonville. But they did not target the tight ends a bunch until you hit
Critical
Kincaid for that
moments.
critical touchdown at the end of the game. Of course, we talked about it earlier. Running him by who was it, Lloyd there, and he's passing it off, and it's just you see that play a lot in the red zone in today's NFL.
The high red. Yeah.
And Josh made some big throws, but I thought Khalil Shakir, who's one of my favorite players on that team, there were so many important. You can really tell how much they trust him when they needed a drive start or just to get to third and manageable.
It was
screen
third
game.
and 6 or whatever like that. With time was winding down, and they
Yes.
threw him that screen. And then right after that, it was the fucking 10-yard tush push.
All day yesterday, you fell forward for it.
The 10-yard tush push, you have to admit, was kind of badass.
That was sick.
fucking unreal.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like Josh Allen encapsulating the irony of that whole thing is
Yep.
they were chicken shit enough to vote against the tush push. Sean McDermott, I saw that.
That's beautiful.
4 times yesterday.
Chicken shit, and the game
Critical
comes down to
moments.
tush push again this year. They fuck it up last year with the game on the line against Kansas City. But I thought
I hate to be this guy. Though.
be the guy, bro.
It was.
Don't stop being the guy now.
It was fucking offsides. It was offside.
Maybe so. The Eagles lost on a damn. Hey,
I
nobody
know.
was set. They weren't set. San Francisco wasn't set when the Eagles lost.
Yeah.
Do you see that last play? They weren't set.
And that was a holding on.
Yeah,
number
Trent.
there's missed calls all day. So I mean, like, I look at this thing as this was a heavyweight fight. I need Cooks to catch the ball. The miss before the half was really costly. They could have got a 2-for-1 there. They would have been up 16-10 or something like that.
What did
or
Cooks end up
13.
rushing? That defense, though.
I'm not talking about James Cook. I'm talking about Brandon Cooks,
Brandon.
who's had some drops. Remember, he caught it kind of with his midsection.
he had a pretty big game,
And I
actually.
still don't think he dropped. I
don't
still didn't
think-
understand.
I don't
that
think he
over
did
time.
either. Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think we got the right angle. I don't think we get every angle that they try to show on TV. Like, that's the only thing I can say.
I don't think he secured the catch before the ball made contact
But I
with the
think that
ground.
we missed an angle
It
that
did-
when
it
he-
looked like
when
a
he,
catch to me.
When he caught it, I think the back tip.
Maybe
of the
they had
ball,
the back tip. Yeah.
It hit the ground. But yeah, that's the ball with your hand.
I've been glazing Josh, and we should, right? Because I got to take the opportunity because y'all are going to dunk on me if they didn't win. And there'd be more chances. They play Denver this week. Denver could get him. You'll all be like, hey, see, he sucks. But I'll just say this. The defense.
Glaze Camp. I was just about to say.
No, well, Camp Camp, they did a great job stopping the run. That's a tall task and something that Denver's really going to have to do, and I kind of worry for y'all in that regard. But the defense that Sean McDermott, I always say Sean McDermott has the little guys playing big. He had, and I mean that in stature, but I also mean guys that you don't expect to play big, right? Shaq Thompson played his fucking ass off this year and continues to be a big part of the equation for them. Matt Milano down the stretch, who, you know, I thought was one of the best backers in the game a couple years ago. He's kind of fallen off a little bit physically, but down the stretch this year, he's played really well. And, you know, you think about the backer play. Rousseau was big for them. I got all the respect in the world for Trayvon Walker and Hines Allen. I actually think the best defensive end on the field yesterday is Walker by, like, you know, like a healthy little margin. Rousseau played the biggest. Rousseau was the most productive, right? And I thought that was big, like, because Bosa wasn't a game changer in this game. That Jacoby Myers fucking crack toss was
got him
unbelievable. They took away Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't tremendously productive. They took away Brenton Strange. They kind of owned the middle of the field, right? Which was a big battleground in this game. And Trey White, I got to tell you the God's honest truth. I love Trey White. When I think of Trey White, I think great player for a long time in the league. But in his current version, when he's on the field, I get nervous. And this year, like, it's a little inside joke. I was calling him like pirate pegs, because sometimes it looked like it hurt for him to run. Like he's at that stage in his career. I was there. Rob Ninkovich used to be like, "You got those cinder blocks on today."
Yeah.
Trey White kind of had those pegs.
No ankle flexion.
He's just kind of like But yesterday, I don't know if it's a thing where a lot of times, like vets late in the year, the coaches start taking more care of your group. You practice a little differently. He damn near picked the ball off on the seam. If he was 26, that's going the other way. That's a big one.
That was fourth quarter, right?
The tip that led to the second pick, huge.
Yep.
I thought he played big for them, man. And, you know, here's the only thing I'll say about the secondary that I would like to see Cam Lewis out there over Hancock or whatever his name is.
Jordan Hancock.
Hancock, yeah. That guy. Listen, nothing against him. I'm a big Cam Lewis fan, and I know they have roster allocation kind of concerns that have persisted all season. I don't know what the Harrison injury is going to be, but I would rather see Cam Lewis out there. He's played in some big games for them. He's made some big plays. I would rather see him, and especially when you consider that, like, Denver's not really a run-the-football team.
No.
And so Prater also deserves some love in a game where I thought the biggest fucking advantage was Cam Little. And Nate's like, fuck, Cam Little. Prater's fucking my age, dude, and he's dealing with a quad. He scored 9 points in this game. You know, I think they took a penalty, backed him up, and he still hit the kick.
Yep.
So this was it's not just about Josh Allen. A lot of it's about the team, man. You know, this defense is much maligned, but they stepped up and held a group that was fucking torching people down the stretch.
We let him off the hook.
Let us off the hook.
We let him off the hook.
One more thing on the Bills defense, I thought they did really well. Looking back through the tape, you know, Trevor Lawrence, he benefits immensely from having the answers to the test pre-snap. From a coverage standpoint, I don't know how many different zone coverages they got to from man alignments pre-snap.
Yeah.
He had no idea. He had no idea what the coverage is going to be because they're in man or man keys pre-snap every play.
Big game McDermott
exactly.
spot.
Yeah.
You know, where you just play possum all fucking year.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you got this great game plan.
Disguises were incredible.
Because the biggest issue with Trevor is, and like that's my biggest thing at the beginning of the year and before they turned it around, was snapping the fucking ball under fucking 3 seconds because you're trying to make these last second checks and you don't have the time to. And it's just like, when it works, like it works, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, you got to have the guys on the right page. And the Jags, we went back to having pre-snap penalties and this little things that.
That's right.
Like, at the end of the day, 3-point game, like that ends up being the difference.
And hey, real quick, Parker Washington, dude, he's a fucking dog.
Mr. Washington.
Like, he's gonna be there.
Here's another thing. They didn't really punt him the ball.
Oh, and I seen the what you call too. Hey, this is one thing too. I don't want to put this out there, but
put it out there.
Kind of putting it out there.
Independent neurologist, bro. Let me get that job. let me get that job. And I know, like, as a player, you never want to come out the game, and it's just like, oh, you're soft if you do and whatever like that. But it's just like they're just I guess I don't know if they're just picking and choosing or what the baseline test, or if they're different from when we played. Like, I don't know what's going on in the blue tent, but we didn't see it. We thought it was a leg injury. Did you see the video, the Parker Washington?
Yeah.
The first play?
Mm-hmm.
It was a concussion.
Yeah.
Like, he laid down. We thought it was his leg, but he laid down. And he came back in the game, and I'm glad that he played well and nothing else happened. But there's instances in a lot of these football games, and they try to say that they have people who come and they look down and they take guys out at the right time. But I'm realizing, like, when you're a big time, when you're a star on a team,
it becomes like, what state are we in?
There's leeway.
What
Because
state
there
are we
was
in?
times, I feel like, Josh, there's a lot of times when quarterbacks get tackled. And
Josh in the Houston game
maybe they
a year ago
maybe
was
they should stop
fucking
zooming
out,
in.
dude.
Bro, maybe they should stop, for NFL sake, they should stop zooming in on quarterbacks or players when you see their head hit the ground.
The announcers are the worst part about it, where like they'll zoom in on a guy and he's snoring, and they'll be like, "I don't know, it might be a stinger,
Could be a shoulder.
Let's wait a second."
That literally happened with Mike Evans, bro. Remember when Mike, he pulled his hamstring and
Mike
broke his
Evans.
collarbones, and he got smacked.
And Buck and Aikman are on there like they're
Yeah.
like, "I don't know, like I don't know." He's breathing funny. Yeah, he's snoring.
Yeah, dude. It's literally out cold.
But yeah, it's just, that's one thing that I don't know. Like, obviously, player safety, and like, I mean, like, you don't want your favorite player or the star to have to come out of a game, but it's just, when it does happen and they do choose to take a player out, it just always makes me think, like, when you see these situations where you're like, yo, that dude definitely probably.
I just want to color something in because Taco Tom, he's gonna get carpal tunnel syndrome. Fucking Mavis Beacon here trying to hate on my boy. Not hating on my boy, but I understand what he's saying. I like Josh Allen, but he's not close to Mahomes. We're talking about the right now, bro. I wouldn't have said 3 years ago, hey, Josh Allen's the best quarterback on the planet. That's subject to change every year. If we did this with pass rushers, do you know how much it would change?
I mean, it'd still be Myles Garrett.
If you did it with wide receivers, I mean, since Myles has been in the league for the most part.
Right.
But if you did it with wide receivers,
It's
it
a year-to-year
every
league.
year.
Yeah.
It really is. And I mean, the one guy's, I know he got hurt, but he's not in the playoffs, and he hasn't played his best ball in 2-3 years. I think he would tell you that. And, if you're doing the QB wins thing, this guy here, look at, can you pull this up?
Well,
Pull this fucking thing up right here. Stop it. Stop with the telling me, where's the Super Bowl? I've watched every fucking playoff game he's been in.
And this graphic was...
And he's my favorite quarterback. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm a fan like you.
Dude, he's fucking
You hate me
tough
because
as
I'm like
nails.
you? Okay. Total yards a game, 311, first all-time QB rank. Rushing yards, 668, first. Touchdown to interception ratio, 6.25. I'm sorry.
That's a crazy ratio.
He has
That's a
torched
crazy
people in the
number.
playoffs.
And all of those numbers have gone up since yesterday. That
Oh,
graphic.
Update that
Yeah,
graphic.
Update the fucking graphic.
Yeah.
Update the graphic.
Put a away playoff win on that graphic too.
And no one's saying your favorite quarterback sucks unless, your favorite quarterback somebody, I don't know.
Unless it's two.
But the point is,
unless you're a Browns fan.
Listen, I know you hate the guy if but he's pretty damn good at the position.
Also, like, dude, just look at the way he elevates his entire team around him. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have the same talent as, the Eagles offensively, especially at wide receiver. I mean, you just see how fucking tough he is, I don't know, man. It's impressive. Like, he's getting fucking hyperextended his knee, trying to, run it in on the goal line, and then he's pushing for 12 yards, when it really matters. It's like, how can you not fucking love that as a football fan? It's great.
That's kind of like...
Do you remember when Josh missed that kick? Anyways.
But
Go ahead, Reed.
no, you.
Couple things on the injury front. Obviously, Gabe Davis out for the season, torn left ACL. Sean McDermott shared that today. He
Got
also
Shavers.
shared.
Still got Shavers.
You have Shavers, and you might have Curtis Samuel, who will return to practice this week, as will
Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver,
Let's go.
21-day window open. I saw that in the
That's
fucking
so
chat.
big.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
That's
but
big.
I'll tell you
Nope,
this.
it's a 6-day.
The Curtis
Well,
Samuel
not-
thing, I swear Curtis Samuel at some point is gonna be big for them. Ever since he showed up, I'm like, man, like get him the ball more. I don't know if Bills fans feel this way.
No, but how about this?
Ty Johnson was in a boot.
What the fuck is up with Darius Slay? So if the Bills, if the Bills end up winning a Super Bowl, does he get a ring? Technically,
That's hilarious.
he does, right? Because he's on that roster and he's just not showing up. He
They're
gets a
not.
fucking ring.
I don't think he's on. Is he on the roster?
They keep
He's not
saying
on the
Technically,
roster.
they have the right.
Isn't he on the
Will you figure
reserve
out what's going
retired
on with
list?
Darius Slay? I got to pee again.
No, isn't he on the reserve retired list?
Hydrated,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
So that you can't play from that, right?
If he
Wouldn't he have to get activated?
if he wants to play, he's playing for the Bills.
But he could immediately play
Yeah,
theoretically.
they can.
Yeah, he could.
That's wild.
And he was on the sideline of the Eagles game. It's just like, yo, that's so wild. And it's just like, for me, being a player, like, I mean, Slay has a Super Bowl, right? So like, it's not like that burning desire to be like, oh, I need a ring. But even if you didn't want to go to a team, it's just like, if they're in the playoffs, it's like, why not? Like, it's just like, bro, like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, what you're doing now, you could do with another Super Bowl ring possibly on deck. And then you could be like, I don't want to play in Buffalo.
I don't fully understand it, frankly, because
technically now, if he went out there,
if they win, he's not getting a ring.
he's not.
what if he's just at the parade?
That's just out of principle. I mean,
Yeah.
Bro, what do you mean principle? Like,
No, he shouldn't.
Something that
Nate, you
can a team
can't
do
give a
that?
guy who refused to play a ring, bro.
If he's technically on the roster,
No,
I wonder how that works.
No,
Like,
I wonder how it
because like
works,
if a coach or a guy,
But
if
I
you
don't
just
think
hate
it
a
works
player,
that way.
it doesn't work like
so if a
that.
coach
I also don't
or an
believe
organization,
Slay would ask for the ring.
yeah,
And
but like,
Slay-
what if it was a guy that like,
Hey, Slay,
a coach-
dude. Hey, Darius, you've been on the podcast. Go fucking join the Bills. Is it too late?
No, he's on. He's on their
can play.
reserve did not report list right now.
So why don't
he
you
does-
report, dog?
Well, he said it was cold as hell in Buffalo when asked for a reason why he did not report.
Slay, you're
But
funny as
it's cold.
fuck, dude.
It's cold
You
as
are-
hell in Philly at the game.
I
too.
like Slay a lot, and I don't know if he could help him or not, but dude, you got a chance to do something fun here, bro. You know, you get a couple of those things, man.
Can we look ahead to
The
the?
back-to-back thing, like
The Bills-
possibly Milton
they
Williams.
can't
he
get
could
a-
join the ranks of
The Bills can't get a home game, right? How many cold
Yeah,
games
so,
do we have
so that's
there?
what I was gonna say. I think one thing that's a little bit of a damn shame is, you know, it's kind of thought it'd be fun, just from a storytelling standpoint, and just tie up, Highmark Stadium with a bow. If the Chargers ended up beating the Patriots last night, then the Bills would have a home game in the final season. That'd be pretty cool. But I thought it'd be like that would be a little.
They already
storybook
did the
ending,
thing,
But can we look ahead to their
let's
game
look ahead to
in
this
Denver?
because
quick?
I'm really excited about this football game, and then we can bury the Chargers. I think for the Bills, in some ways, it's a really good matchup.
I
In
agree.
some ways, I'm nervous. Reed, you can certainly chime in, but I think number one, I think you can run the football.
Yeah.
I think the Bills can run the football. They couldn't do that yesterday against that group. I also think you like some of the matchups out of the backfield. As good as Drake Greenlaw's been since he's come back, you like some of the matchups with the tight ends. I don't think you like the matchups outside very much. But you have shown at different points in this season, as good as they are, you can beat man coverage playing this team with scheme. Getting Josh on the ground is going to be a challenge for this group. I think for the Bills, your Achilles heel is obviously you can't stop fucking nosebleed in the run game.
Yeah, but
Denver doesn't run the ball.
exactly. Yes.
And I think about like changing the picture and playing zone defense, and I don't know. Like, to me, optimistically, I think they can win this game because last year they played this Denver team. This Denver team's better this year, but how different is it?
Not terribly different. And the running backs out of the backfield, that's what killed us in the game in the playoff game last year. That's daggers all day. They went for 15. So hopefully
We do some of this. Oh, shot.
Yeah,
James Cook,
exactly.
too, out of the
and
backfield.
hopefully Drake Greenlaw can put a stopgap to that a little bit. But the Broncos are getting J.K. Dobbins back in practice this week, so fingers crossed. He'll be good for
That'd be big.
for the game, and
That's
at least
huge.
we get J.K., R.J., Jaleel, good old running game. But One thing that's going to trip us up is, and this might be, it's a little 4D chess by Brandon Bean. Everybody before the season and midseason were like, why didn't you get a number one wide receiver? Why didn't you get a number one wide receiver? They got a number one wide receiver. Then PS2 would have somebody to take away. They wouldn't have him anyway. So now they just have a bunch of wide receivers, and PS2 is like, oh no, what am I going to do?
Right.
It's 4D chess. It's really wise.
It is 4D chess.
Josh Allen is their number.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's again, like I've seen teams that can rush the passer and bring pressure, make them look silly. But
I do like the matchup of Dawkins and Brown, or Deion Dawkins and Brown against these edge players, though. That'll be a fun one to watch.
It's going to be a fun one. I think Spencer Brown had some tough downs yesterday with Trayvon, but honestly, the body types that they are, you can run the ball at them.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to watch out for the penetration, the knifing into the backfield. Those two edges yesterday, like Trayvon, he's a hard guy to move. They kick him down to 3 technique.
Yeah.
He can play a 4-eye. But the teams that can bring pressure, the teams that can blitz and get on Josh fast, sometimes that makes him do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I will say this, though. I went through this last week. The games where they played their worst, they didn't have Kincaid.
Yeah.
You look at the Houston game, that might be a blueprint for Denver.
Isn't the Denver defense somewhat weak against tight ends?
Yes.
Over the course of the season?
Yes.
I remember seeing that they're like 27th or something a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if that's changed.
And that might be where PS2 plays into this game plan.
This is a big-time 12-person game for
And they'll do that at the end of the it was actually at the end of the Broncos-Chiefs game. When the game was on the line, Kelsey's in the slot. That's where they put Surtain.
Yep.
They'll put him wherever the most important matchup is.
Yep. This.
So if you want to do that, then I kind of like I like the Shakir matchup.
Can I tell you a concern that I have?
It might be a matchup like Samuel. It might be a matchup.
Right.
It might be a back out of the backfield. You remember some of these high-scoring games that the Bills get into? It ends up being like, hey, it's a back fest, dude.
Yep.
Where it was like Detroit a year ago or whatever it was. I feel like Ty Johnson had a huge game in that ball game. And what's going on with him, by the way, with the
He was down for this game.
Probably up this week.
Yeah, I don't know if we had an update on that yet.
We'll see.
Zade Barron and Jaquan McMillan are going to be big for the Broncos, trying to take away Shakir in the backfield.
Matchup.
Riley Moss and Keon Coleman, that little matchup there, that's going to be a fun one.
Oh, Keon Coleman, man. big catch yesterday.
One number to keep in mind with this game is you guys were talking coming into this game for the Bills this week about pressure rate versus sack rate. Sack conversion rate, it's basically the percentage of your pressures that turn into sacks. The Broncos are second in the league in sack conversion rate, 26%. Only the Browns / Myles Garrett are higher. So, Josh is arguably the most difficult quarterback in the league to bring to the ground, but if there's any group left that can do it, these guys have the best shot.
It's also a stat that implies coverage is tight.
Yeah.
Because as a rusher who had a lower pressure to sack rate, a lot of pressures, but and part of that's my fault. But part of that is also the fucking secondaries I played.
And guys rushing as a unit, too.
And guys rushing as a unit. And
having step up and escape.
But I'm just telling you from experience, if your guys are back there and there's a safety valve, quarterback's going to find it. And in Denver, when you play Denver, late in the down, you see you pause the fucking film and you're like, where would I go with this football? There's nowhere to go. Yeah. Guys end up having to eat it.
He can make plays. Okay, here I wanted to say this. This is the one concern I have for the Bills. I rewatched that game, the Jags game this morning. Yeah. That was a physical fucking game, man. And so for the Denver Broncos to get that first round bye, that's huge. And then play. Imagine you're the Bills, right? You play down and they're a physical team. The way they win is by running the ball, play action pass, Josh Allen just being fucking physical, being tough, and they kind of will themselves to victory. You play that game in Jacksonville, and then you go play at Mile High, which is a tough place to play, especially late in the season, in the playoffs. You're beat up. You're coming off. That's a bunch of flights, after a physical Jags game. That's a little bit where my concern is. You saw Josh. He hit his hand. He hyperextended his knee.
The knee thing was nasty.
Yeah, and him, but also, collectively the rest of the team, man. That was a physical fucking game.
They're beat up.
Mile High on Saturday too. It's not a Sunday
Saturday,
game.
so
It's
it's a short
Saturday.
week.
They got less time.
That's a tough one. I think that factors in heavily. So,
Can I read you? So,
Saturday, all those high hippies getting hyped and rowdy for a football.
they don't care what day it is. They're high.
yeah, baby, we gonna bow leave any day of the week.
Move this pod to Denver.
So right now the line, the Bills are favored by a point. If the Broncos close as underdogs, it would be the fourth time in the last 40 years that a team off a bye in the divisional round isn't listed as a favorite. Those three previous teams of the 96-97 Panthers, they were plus 3.5 against the Cowboys. They won. The 2011-2012 49ers, they were plus 3.5 against the Saints. The Niners won. The 2017-2018 Eagles were plus 2.5 against the Falcons. The Eagles won.
Hell yeah, we did.
All right, I want to
So-
say a couple things.
I'm saying that, I totally know I'm jinxing myself,
It's
but
also a small sample size.
it's a very small sample size.
And I was on one of those teams.
Yep.
The other thing I would say is you probably are going to close as the favorite.
I think so.
I think the Sharps are going to come in on Denver.
Yeah.
Buffalo just had their Super Bowl.
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like after, especially after this weekend, Vegas they're gonna lay a little money on Josh. You're like, hey, we can't go against this guy anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Denver's got, again, I'm not just sandbagging or stacking the deck for the day they lose, but I do think Denver's got a better team.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Josh, no disrespect to Bo Nix, if you put Josh on the Broncos,
Some taken. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, so no?
No, I agree to that. More so, I agree. If you put Josh on the Broncos, they're winning the Super Bowl because their defense is fucking nasty. I guess I was thinking of it in terms of
Good offensive line.
offensive weapons. Yeah, I think the Bills' offensive line
think the
and
Bills have
Broncos'
more
offensive
offensive
line
weapons?
I think their offensive, their top guys are relatively equal. I mean, Sutton. I don't know, man.
Sutton's a real number one.
Yes, that's really the only one who's above the rest. But I think between Kincaid
I think
and Shakir,
obviously Cook having the best running
Cook,
back in the
yeah.
But here's the thing that also factors in. It's kind of like when Jalen Hurts got hurt last year in one of the games, and the Eagles all of a sudden had a hard time running the ball.
yeah,
Okay, which is again what I think Jalen. That's a big part of Jalen's effect on the game is if he can't run the ball, it changes things. If Josh woke up tomorrow and couldn't fucking move,
yeah.
I mean he's a really good quarterback, but a lot of everything they do is affected by having to account for that extra guy.
Right.
And I think Cromer's a great offensive line coach. I think they have a great offensive line, but I think Denver's offensive line's pretty fucking good too.
Yeah.
And
2 All-Pros.
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's a stupid thought exercise, but the point being, I think Denver's a really good football team, and I think by the end of the week it could flip. And the Saturday thing's big.
Yeah.
Saturday thing's big.
That's huge. So
Saturday
what are the
thing's
other?
big.
So-
what's the other Saturday game?
Other Saturday game is
seen this
Niners Seahawks, and so timing
Got
isn't nailed yet. But Bills Broncos and Niners Seahawks
Gotta
are
think
Saturday.
Seahawks is gonna be the night game. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a West Coast game.
Yeah,
right?
and then Rams, Bears, and then Steelers or Texans at Patriots. Those games will be on Sunday.
Damn, the chat. What's making me nervous is the chat's all in on the Bills Saturday. Yikes. Somebody said the Bills and the Jags are the same team. Oh, Nate did.
Where?
I was like, I don't know
Dude,
about-
Nate, did you mute me?
They are.
Did you block me, Nate?
Yep.
You did?
God, that's so funny.
I was wondering why I couldn't see your comments in the chat.
Bro, this is like three shows ago.
3 shows ago he blocked you.
Got it.
I don't know, man. It's going to be a great game. All due respect to the Denver Broncos, who I think are
It is going to be a good
fun
game.
as fuck to watch.
It's Cortland Sutton's going to have a little want to drop a little revenge from last year. He had a couple drops in
Yeah,
some big
that's true.
spots.
Mhm.
We jumped out to that big lead, 7 points with Bo Nix hitting Troy Franklin, and I think we got a little something to say.
Is Josh Allen?
got something to say.
Is Josh Allen losing to Bo Nix worse than losing to Trevor Lawrence?
If he lost to Bo Nix, I would probably frame it as not losing to Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine the circumstance, and it probably has a lot to do with that defense. You know, is it worse? No, because the unrelenting shit talk would be less. Like Reed would be like, "A good game." Like you're gonna be outside my house, dude.
It's better for us.
You were in my house.
Reed's
You were
actually been
inside
a
my
Broncos fan for longer than one season. You know?
Oh, there you go. That's why you get blocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Bo.
Both keep saying that, but like,
Block him.
It's not.
Block him,
not
bro.
True. He puts out false narratives.
Oh, I put
When
out
you-
false narratives. Oh, I do that.
You jump teams all season. Oh, I'm a Bucks fan. No, I don't even like the.
We
Bucks,
don't
bro.
need to go back
I'm
here.
an Eagles fan, dude. I'm a
Sunday
Eagles
night
fan.
football.
So here's me. Okay, I just glazed one of my favorite quarterbacks. Here's a guy this year that I said was playing the best quarterback relative to what he had around him, and that's Justin Herbert. Well, it wasn't good enough. This was not good enough. Okay, and I just like it's kind of funny because you're addressing a room full of people. I have no idea what you look like. I have no idea who's your favorite team. I don't know how many Chargers fans are in here. I don't know how many Herbert haters there are, how many people that think he sucks, how many people that think they're good. I'm just going to be as honest as I can. I don't know where to start. I'll start with Herbert, but the blame is shared. Here's where I think he could have been better, because I think there's a big story coming out of the game. And I don't want anybody to be like, man, you took a while to get to Herbert, your favorite quarterback. I just got done with my favorite quarterback. There weren't a lot of plays to be made in phase in this game, and the offensive line was atrocious. But there were multiple opportunities to win this game or to draw close in this game, and he didn't make them, and a lot of them were off script. And so if you want to be one of those dudes, which I've been saying, hey, he's got all the tools to be one of those dudes. He's playing like one of those dudes in the regular season. And I know that he's 0-3, and you had the terrible collapse against Jacksonville, which I don't put all on a quarterback. I maintain that was that's a whole team thing. I know that he was awful last year against Houston, and I looked at this game twice now. And Patriots are a good football team, and defensively they made them look silly. But there were plays off schedule that Justin could have made and throws he could have made to put them in this game. And the second play of the game, McConkey would score. That's circulating. I am almost to the point where I don't look at like, tweets or highlights. I turn the film on blind, truly trying to give the guy a chance. I'm not listening to I'm not on Reddit. Sometimes I see how fans are doing on Reddit. I turn the game on, the second play of the game, I'm like, McConkey scores. If his eyes are downfield, he scores. And it's a field goal ball game for 45 minutes. And so it wouldn't have taken 30 points to win this game. Was it fair that he's in this situation with Greg Roman calling the plays or that offensive line? And Chris Collinsworth at one point last night was like, he's got to make a play. It's not even about the offensive line. The next snap, it was like a wall of bodies, dude. It was like a dam broke and a bunch of Milton Williams just fell on him. And then there was the chase on hit, which was so violent. I mean, it is bad up front, and it was hard to operate. And when you look at the sideline, there's not a lot of guys open. But once the play broke down in the second half multiple times on the right sideline, if you want to be one of those dudes, I didn't make the rules up, and I didn't design the 2025 Chargers. I didn't get Alt hurt. I didn't get fucking Rashawn Slater hurt. I didn't get the two running backs hurt. But it is what it is. I'm just telling you how it is. You got to hit those throws.
Chris, I think the
You
biggest
got to hit those throws. And I know it would have taken one or two maybe to pull you within a score, but you got to hit those throws. We can get to Greg Roman in a second because I think if Harbaugh brings him back, that's questionable as fuck. And I'm a Roman fan and everything, but I didn't like the way he called the game at all. At all. And the offensive line's got to be retooled. But Herbert, for his part in it, has to play better. You're 0-3 in the playoffs right now. And I went to bat for him. I still think I'm going to shut the fuck up until he plays in the playoffs again, and I'll believe in him then if he's got a full deck. But until then, people can say whatever they want. Like, it's hard to beat the allegations when you're 0-3. This is something I saw. At present, Justin Herbert is the sixth quarterback to be winless in NFL postseason with at least 3 losses. Herbert ties the Colts' Burt Jones, Patriots' Steve Grogan, and Saints' Bobby Hebert at 0-3. Only the Bengals' Andy Dalton and Giants and 49ers' Y.A. Tittle are worse at 0-4. Herbert was previously tied with 13 other QBs who were 0-2, including Mitch Trubisky, Ken O'Brien, Scott Mitchell, and others. I hear you. It took Stafford a long time, and Josh Allen, you talk about playoff losses, but I showed you the production, and I know he's had a tough draw with the defenses, but you got to make those plays. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was really disappointed with Herbert after that pick, the Tart deflection that I think they started on like the 20 or something. Like they had good field position to start, and that was their only 3 points of the game. I think it was second down. They called a design quarterback run with him, and it looked like he had some space, man, and he just got stuck, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you see, you know, he's going to draw a lot of Josh Allen comparisons, especially that game was on, you know, right after and all that kind of shit. It's like, I just would have liked to see him fucking go through the guy. Like, Justin Herbert's a big man. You know what I mean?
I think Josh wins that game.
Yeah.
If you're asking.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I was disappointed to see him not score on that design quarterback run right there in a critical moment after a takeaway.
Yeah,
you know?
they started that possession in goal to go.
Yeah.
So, like, they were right there.
And they went 3 and out and kicked the field goal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, the Chargers went 0 for 2 in the red zone,
Yeah.
which was significant in this game because
I
the
don't think the
Patriots.
Pats are real good in the red zone
30th.
defensively. So that's
Yeah.
that's where you lose the game. And when Greg Roman sits there, what do we got?
Nolan's at the is at Everbank Stadium pool.
Oh God, look at him.
He's in the pool.
Oh, I'm swimming.
He's swimming.
So listen, I just want to be really clear for y'all. This is me. Hey, there's some people waiting for. Hey, what do you think about Herbert? Again, when he's in the dance next time, I hope that he's got his tackles and his running backs and they're better. But one thing you're not going to have is Jesse Minter.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get hired away, and this defense was great. I think the Greg Roman thing it's a travesty putting any quarterback in this offense. 3rd and 2 in the red zone, you can't run the ball. That's pretty obvious to me early in the game.
Yeah.
And you just bury it into the belly and then kick a field goal, dude. Like, and I'm all for like feeling the game and saying, okay, this is going to be a field goal game, but to me, when you get down in there, saying what Nolan just said, hey, they're not. You got to be more aggressive. You get 3 quarterback runs, whether they were called or not called. You end up running the ball 3 times your first time down there, and then rolling them out. Sure, do I feel for Herbert? But I'm not going to argue with the trolls all of next year. I'm going to wait for the playoffs and hope he can do what he hasn't done so far in his career because I think he's got it in his body. But does he have it up here? We'll see. It's hard on anybody to play behind an offensive line like that. He was getting killed last night.
And do you think that because he played 17 games against that offensive line and he got hit as many times as he did, that has to factor into when he's trying to progress through his reads and he's looking downfield, that has to be in the back of his mind to where he has to look and see, hey, double check that somebody's on his back and he might miss an open guy down the field.
For sure, your eyes go down.
Yeah.
And that's the point with the early Lab McConkey play, and he picked up like 10, 11 yards on that play, but like there's an explosive there. And the stuff on the right sideline, which I'm not accustomed to seeing him miss those throws, which to me, like, if the game had ended 16-10 and he didn't miss some of those throws rolling right or late in the down, I'd have said, hey, I'd be sitting right here saying, hey, they get the worst fucking offensive line I've ever seen. I mean, the Keenan Allen drop was bad, but the pre-snap penalties were crazy. Guys are rocking out of their stances like they never played in the NFL before. I got all that. If you want to be one of those guys, though, it's not always going to be perfect, right? And we're not sitting here giving Jalen Hurts slack. I'm not giving him any slack, and he's won a fucking Super Bowl. So I'm just being as fair as I can. Do I think Justin Herbert's a better quarterback? I do. Right now, at this very moment, I do. But I'm not giving Jalen Hurts any slack. I'm not going to give Justin Herbert as much slack. I got to call balls and strikes. Now, to the other team, the Patriots, They're an adult fucking football team. They're a very Mike Vrabel football team. Surprise, surprise. Milton Williams makes a big difference. You could see that last night. I mean, and you kind of get in this game where it becomes one-dimensional once you're down 2 scores, and it was like the floodgates open, and a lot of it was Milton closing that game out on 4th down. It was very, very on the nose for him because I think he's been as big a piece for this defense when he's been on
He
the
had
field.
2 sacks. I mean, they didn't call it, but the one that he was, I think he was trying to knock the ball out on Herbert and just fucking drilled him right in the helmet. He ended up going down on that. But like, dude, he's disruptive, man. And their run defense has been very good earlier in the season, and then they lost Milton and it suffered a little bit, and then just getting him back for the playoffs is so big. And I mean, let's just talking about the Patriots, the Chargers defense is fucking good. Okay,
Yes.
like they're good.
Yes.
They've been good. That's why their defensive coordinator is going to be gone. They're going to have to replace him. And so people are like, oh, Drake May only scored 16 points. He looked fucking good though. I mean, I think the one thing I was really impressed with him is just taking what's there with his feet. Like he had a scramble that was shit, man, 37 yards. Yeah, that was critical.
But I don't think he played that well.
I don't think he played that well
and
either.
That's the MVP. So that's the point is like,
Yeah.
all it takes is a couple throws to beat the MVP. You didn't make them.
Yeah.
I know it's not just you. Drake made the throws he had to make. And I'll be as fair as I can on this.
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, just small things like the what they were backed up and got the ball to Ramondre Stevenson for a big 50.
Stevenson was big.
That was
Stuff like
huge.
that.
Got caught in the blitz. Somebody dropped him.
He played really well. Like the moment didn't it wasn't his best game, but the moment didn't look too big for Drake May. He looked like he belonged, and I thought he did, well enough. Especially this feet is where I was impressed. To
Backed
the
up,
win.
they made some big plays. That 3rd down to Hunter Henry, it's 9-3 at that point in the game. 3rd and 12 backed up. There was also a play at midfield where they're up 9-3 and they can make it a 2-score game. And I think at this point, if he gets sacked, it might be 2nd and 17, and he gets out of the sack. He picks up the first down. They're at the 40-yard line. I'm not taking anything away. The left side of that offensive line might be an issue going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a really good group they just played.
Yep.
But if you play Houston this week,
Oh boy.
that's going to be tough.
That's
going to be tough.
I think Will Campbell would make a fucking
Phenomenal guard. You're trying to move him to guard.
I'm trying to
He's
figure out a way to
tackle.
say this and not
He's a good
seem
tackle.
he's a good tackle. I think he would be an absolute fucking 15-year All-Pro at guard. Just his strength. You just saw him get moved a little bit on brushes. And don't get me wrong, those rushers for the Chargers are really, really good. And I'm not writing off Will Campbell at all or anything like that. It wasn't his best game, but damn, man, I look at him sometimes. I'm like, you would be a fucking dog on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, to your point about Minter's defense, Bo, with what they do so well in terms of taking away the big play, it was coming back to the golf club analogy earlier we used with Caleb. For Drake, this was a chipping wedge putter game.
Yeah.
It did just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough what they needed to do. Especially the dump downs to the backs, like you mentioned.
And while we're talking about their defense, I want to give fucking Tyler Tart some love. I think he is so good. He's been really good all year. Talked a little bit about that batted ball that led to the short field that resulted in the Chargers field goal. But other than that, 3 pressures, 2 TFLs. Prior to Sunday's game on defense, this is a stat Nolan gave me. They had 26% rushing success rate with him on the field, which is a fucking big jump. He's just a stud. They got some really good players in their defensive front 7 for the Chargers. I'm very interested to see who they end up with as a coordinator, because all roads are kind of pointing to Minter leaving.
But you just can't compare. I know we're kind of going back, but you can't compare this setup because Josh is such a pro OC.
Yeah.
And they what they've always had is safety valves, intermediate passing game, short, quick passing game. They don't really. I mean, that's not something they were doing last night.
I don't think they have huge playmakers though. Offensively, okay, McConkey, is he a number 1? I guess.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Probably
but
not.
I'm just looking here. It's 3 receptions for McConkey.
Gadsden's pretty
3
good.
for Gadsden, 3 for Allen, 2 for Vidal.
The problem is when Gonzalez is on the field, he erases somebody.
Right.
And so Gonzalez, who's out with a concussion,
That's what it was.
And we'll
concussion.
see what happens. But like the break on the ball where he ends up with a concussion.
Yeah.
Like when you play a team like that, when the Chargers play a team like that,
Yeah.
like it's going to be hard for them. They don't have a lot of weapons. The offensive line's not great. Again, Greg Roman in the playoffs,
But
he's brought in to be a run game guy.
exactly.
30 rushes for like 80 yards the last 2 years.
Because their
in the
O-line is
playoffs.
dog
They
shit.
don't run the ball.
Yeah.
Remember last year early in the game, they settled for field goals early in that game,
Yeah.
and they ended up getting the doors blown off them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all Herbert's fault, but what I am saying is he had to play better in those little spots. And Drake May, although I don't think he was great last night, it's his first fucking start in the playoffs. I got to give him some credit. And he's 1-0, and the defense played great. Spillane came up after the game. Did you hear this Spillane thing?
Yeah.
Spillane said
They're wondering what
that
kind of
the
coverage
guys
they
are
were
coming
running.
up to him and saying, we don't know what you're in.
Yeah.
So you got to give what's his name?
Zach Core.
Zach Core a lot of credit. He wasn't even supposed to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It's also an indictment on the offensive coordinator in L.A. So,
Yeah.
again, I think the Pats are an adult football team. They got a real serious defense. If Gonzalez is on the field, they're great. I think more people will pick on Carlton Davis in the future, but they didn't really have the horses to do that. I think the backers can be got, but they didn't have the horses to do that, right? And I think on the other side, like, that was probably one of the most beautiful sequences of football when it was Henley on a blitz. Henderson clips his outside leg. He pirouettes. He's spinning to try to get to Drake May. He can't get to him. It's just like you got just enough. And then just a lob over Derwin James' hand. Slow motion.
That was
in
such
my
a
head.
good shot.
Yeah, it was just like that was incredible. So the Pats, man, a lot of fun to watch. Tough football team, very Vrabel football team.
Yeah.
I love watching Vrabel dap people up on the way back into the
loves
locker
it,
room.
man.
It's like
Yeah.
so. I mean, you can't take anything away from that team.
What's to you? What's the most compelling matchup for the Patriots? The Steelers or the Texans?
Steelers.
Compelling. So you're saying like best game?
Yeah, I think Texans.
I think Texans. Yeah,
But
the challenges that they pose. If New England was able to beat them, it's like wow.
yeah,
I think Pittsburgh. How many? Who turned it over like 6 times? New England turned it over like 6 times in that game at home, which feels like 8 years ago
Yeah.
when we weren't sure who they were,
right.
and they almost beat them.
I think they're in the red uniforms, right?
They were in the red,
Yeah.
and they turn it over 1,000,000 times, and they almost beat them. So I'm not saying anything for sure. I think it's gonna be interesting no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a long off season for people like me again, who think Justin Herbert has what it takes. I'm going to have to whisper a little bit more. Like I said, I was puffing my chest out. Hey, we're at the big boys table talking about Justin Herbert.
I'm still on him, man.
I'm on him too, but this
Yeah.
isn't are you on him, you're off him.
I just feel like he's
Do
got
you
no
have-
one around him, man.
Do you have any ammunition after that game? You
Yeah.
don't.
No. We can't say shit. Like, he didn't play that well, but it's like. Also, I was really impressed with Zach Core, the
Korea.
Yeah.
Zach Core. Bro, they blitzed him because I'm looking at this game in the third and fourth quarters. It just felt like they were in like zero blitz forever. And Noel pulled this stat. They blitzed him 47% of the time, which was a significant jump up from 32% at previous points in the year. So, like, I think to me that basically says, like, hey, we know that Justin Herbert is the guy that we want to put him on a clock. We know their O-line is weak. We want to make their O-line have to communicate, all these blitzes, these exotic or these zero blitzes. And let's put Justin Herbert on a clock and make him beat us.
Oh, yeah, why not?
It's the perfect
And what
thing to do.
the result is you get when they played Jacksonville earlier this year, Jacksonville just fucking owned them.
Yeah.
And this was the same kind of game where it just felt like they couldn't do anything. This was less.
It didn't feel like they ever fucking even had a chance, man.
It felt to me in pregame like they had a chance
Right.
because I thought that he would hit more off-script plays.
Yeah.
It's a low-scoring ball game. You got to do the great things, and he didn't do any great things.
I know. I wanted so much more out of him.
I wanted him to do the great things. He didn't. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to like a quarterback, go to bat for the quarterback to lose in the playoffs, and you just got to wait a year.
I wanted the Chargers to win and then go to Denver and then have the Bills get a home game at Highmark. I thought that'd be so cool, but I mean, I think the Patriots are also. It's fun to watch Drake May. Like, he just seems like such a normal dude.
Did you see after the game he said his whole family was in town? And he said he was going to be out with his brothers till like 1:30 playing ping pong.
Let's go.
That's
Pretty cool.
Drake's
If the Chargers are to make a change at OC, is there anybody who comes to mind for you as a good candidate?
Yes, I texted you at midnight last night. I'm glad you. Hey, midnight. I'm fucking passing out last night. I texted Nolan, who's staying at my house. McDaniels to the Chargers.
Yes.
Mike McDaniel.
That makes me wet.
Mike McDaniel to the Chargers. Singular McDaniel.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel to the Chargers. Okay, you want to run the football? Here's a guy who's actually done it the last couple years at a high level. You can bring Achane too.
Yeah.
If Mike McDaniel ended up in L.A., also it'd be hilarious because all the Tua people that were like, yeah, Herbert's not as good as Tua. McDaniel would be like, I kind of fucking like this. This guy's got it all.
If not McDaniel, I think Stefanski would also be good there. I like Stefanski.
Stefanski's going to be a head coach. It's so funny to me. Everybody's like, oh, because he was Shador.
I just have
he
to
didn't
imagine.
win Coach of the Year 2 fucking times. Some people I've talked to are like, yeah, but like he hasn't been good. I'm like, yeah, they gave him Deshaun Watson to work with and everything that comes with that and the roster depletion that comes with that.
Won a playoff game in Cleveland.
He won a fucking playoff game.
I selfishly want him to be an OC. I think it'd be very nice. Like, okay, you're a head coach of a fucking dumpster fire like that. It'd be kind of nice to become, go back and be an OC maybe. I can imagine. I don't know. But I like Stefanski. I mean, what other names have been kind of linked?
Can you imagine the personalities in that building? Can you imagine Harbaugh and McDaniel?
That's like having like a man. Yeah, like a hippie mom and a military father.
I believe this.
Yeah, like a military dad and a hippie mom.
The locker room.
That's a sitcom, dude.
They have the same tism, like in the love.
It's a little different.
Love for football and
it's a little different.
Into play.
Harbaugh.
It is.
They'd bring out the best in each other.
Harbaugh would be like, "Who's got it better than us?" And McDaniel would be like, "We're one day closer to death."
Exactly. It's yin and yang, dude.
Yeah.
It's yin and yang. And honestly, I think the scheme would work very well there.
X's and O's will be fired.
They do have over $100 million in cap space. They're going to spend a little money. They're going to shore up that offensive line and talking about new offensive coordinators.
Go get a playmaker. Go get a tight end. Go get Likely. I don't know.
Somebody said he ruined the Baker relationship with Stefanski. I still think, and to no fault of his own because he's a receiver, it just happens. But I think Odell possibly did that. Remember Odell was like super anti-Baker, and Odell had all the juice. Like he was Odell. Like dudes on teams grew up watching Odell. Like Odell's like a cultural icon, dude. So like if the locker room hears that Odell does not fuck with Baker, the locker room's going against Baker at that point in his career. I don't think it was necessarily all Stefanski. I think it was Baker getting hurt, and I think it was also unhappy receivers. But
Jim Harbaugh was asked after the game. He was asked twice whether Greg Roman was the right play caller moving forward. He said, "Right now, I don't have the answers. We're going to look at it, at everything. It really falls on me that we weren't at our best tonight. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. We'll work hard. It'll be a new beginning. I don't have that answer right now. I know you're being very specific. We weren't good enough as a team. That's what we do. We win as a team. We lose as a team. That's my responsibility to have the team in a better position." As you said, Jim Harbaugh, listen to Chris. He's got the answer for you to have the team in a better position. It's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, it's Mike McDaniel.
What about Dabes?
Huh?
Dave's?
Sure. But Dave's, Dave's a little mean in a good way.
Yeah.
Like maybe that would work. I don't know, but I don't mean to.
Definition of mean when someone says a coach is mean.
Dable can be a little. It seems.
Just means he was on the Patriots staff.
No, it's a different kind of mean. It's like if he doesn't like you, your confidence might hurt because of being around him a lot. I think the Daniel Jones thing taught me a lot. But also look at what Steichen did for Danny Dimes compared to it looked like sometimes Dable was like the way I look at Willie, my dog. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you doing, man? You just ate shit outside.
Still got a place to live.
Yeah, but you get to,
feeding you.
Come on, man.
And Dable gets his quarterbacks hit a lot. That's another really good point. So it's and I'll just say this. I love Greg. I have a soft spot for Greg Roman because some of my favorite football memories were on the other side of that thing when he was in San Francisco. And they used to just they used to bring the gap scheme.
Yeah.
Taking on kick
bullies. Yeah, I just love doing it. So I was like, oh, we get to
It
play
felt
Greg.
like football.
And he paid me such a good compliment. I love Greg Roman. He called me a rolling ball of butcher knives.
Oh, that's
I need
good.
to get that one framed. I love Greg Roman, but I don't love the way he's running this offense.
It feels like it's a little dated.
It's a little dated.
Yeah.
Like calling me a rolling ball of butcher knives.
No,
Those
that's
games
fucking
dated.
sick.
I'm not that anymore.
I used to fuck.
Those games were like 60 minutes of inside run.
Oh, they were so fun, dude.
I love when coaches, the best coach compliment is this guy's a war daddy.
War Daddy.
War
When
daddy.
You hear War
You
Daddy?
hear that, you're just like,
You're
you
like,
know,
oh, did he
the
just call me a
Grinch,
war
when they're
daddy?
like, his heart grew 3 times.
Yeah, pretty
three
much.
times its size.
Pretty
Like that.
much.
So an old head coach calls you a war daddy. You want to just.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this is 2012. Roman received more chuckles at the press conference when he referred to Rams defensive end Chris Long as a rolling ball of butcher
I
knives.
love you,
That's
Greg,
sick.
but I don't know if you're the right fit right now, dude.
That's awesome.
He's affectionately known as G-Ro by his players.
I really like G-Ro, but somebody's got to answer for that thing, and I think that quarterback's pretty. Again, you're gonna say, well, what proof do you have? I'll just wait. I'll just wait a long time. We'll just wait. It reminds me of like we're gonna have to have secret handshakes and shit, and do like we're like it's like gonna be McCarthyism, and we're like communists, you know.
Shh, don't say that shit too loud right now, Chris.
No, I know. I don't mean it like that, like literally. But
I feel kind of bad for Greg Roman, man, because it's like the vision that they had for that offense was just fucked from early in the season with injuries, O-line injuries, running back injuries, and then the vision that you have that you're trying to execute, the plan you put in place, you're just flying by the seat of your pants on a weekly basis trying to figure out how to get it done.
Here's the last thing. Patriots should be really excited about having a kicker like Borregales because he's not, right, Aiden? Aiden's back there, Pats fan. He doesn't fucking miss. He's not been in the playoffs before. He didn't miss. That's a really good start for him. I also want to shout out Chazon, who has been a very good pass rusher for them. He was at Sack Summit this offseason, and you could really tell he was working on his craft, and he's had a really good year. Vrabel brings out the best in guys.
Anthony Jennings, too.
7 pressures yesterday for Chase on.
That's a full
Crazy.
day.
How many pressures total?
37 total pressures, a 56% pressure rate.
That's why I could not believe it when
Unbelievable.
Harbaugh or when Collinsworth was like, he's just got to do something. Now, I know I'm giving kind of the same critique today, but not as flatly. There's some nuance here. That's a lot of fucking pressures. You just, if you want to be one of the guys, you got to make one of those special plays.
Yeah.
They were there. There was a couple there. So we'll put the Chargers to bed.
Ring, ring. We've got the Zone Locals landline, and Zone is calling you right now.
Oh, he thinks he's getting a call.
With an ad read, Zone is calling.
Oh, really?
Somewhere over there.
Okay, yeah. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Y'all know I'm a bit more selective with my nicotine pouches these days. For me, the quality of the pouch is what I prioritize, which is why I'll pop in a Zone Wintergreen. 6 milligrams, all I need. Whether I'm kicking back and watching ball on a Sunday, floating the river with Cowboy, can't wait to do that, and the rest of the Greenlight crew, or breaking down film ahead of a show. Zone easily gets me locked in. With its smooth feel and a variety of flavors, Zone is always on our game day roster. Whether you like fresh, mint flavor, or you're into a citrus flavor, check out their roster of options. Use promo code GL20 at nicokick.com/zone for 20% off at checkout.
We had some great calls this week. Thanks for ringing in. Our first caller, ring, ring.
It's Ricky from Roxborough. Not a first time, but it's been a long time. Gotta just say, I'm hurting. It's a Black Monday here in Roxborough, but I gotta be honest with you. Kevin Patullo, Mr. IQ is too low, has got to G-O, and that is go. I'm over it. We beat it like a dead horse. I'm thinking about Dr. Fact and the Jags loss. Sorry for your loss, Doctor. But my goodness gracious, Patullo has got to go. Go Birds.
He does have to go.
Not wrong, Rick.
Rick, thanks for the call, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough this time of year because, I'm sure Patullo's cool as fuck. It's just, and that's the chance you take when you coach football on national TV. Whole city can hate you forever, and maybe you're a totally good guy. Maybe you did your best.
You put your work out there for everybody to see.
Yeah, dude, but that's the heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Whatever you've done for me lately.
You want to be like Bo, where you can just show up, take a shower. Nobody's evaluating your play.
Well, I did get a lot of shit for that, but
I will say I do feel for anybody, no matter what they do in their job, if a bar in Philadelphia puts their face on a golf simulator and allows patrons to come and hit golf balls straight to the dome.
Is that what they're doing?
Like this, right here.
That's a business genius. That's a genius business strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
He gives them a little punk at the end. Watch this. Smashes it.
But you know what would be so funny though? If that fucking ball just ricocheted back and hit that person.
Yeah.
Ring, caller number 2.
Yeah, dude, I'm literally watching this Pats game. Literally, first quarter, 6 minutes into the game, 0-0. We're going to lose this game. And I've already decided I'm drunk as fuck. I want to lose this game. We get the best draft pick possible. We're not winning the Super Bowl, dude. It's over. Don't air this if we win, though. If we win, do not fucking air this shit. We'll not claim this, but I will tell my friends that I was on the pod. All right, boys.
Tell your friends you're on the pod.
You're on the pod. That was
Aiden. Hey, congrats. You got the dub.
Aiden was in the bathroom at Chris's house leaving a message.
Nah, Aiden was feeling good about the whole thing the whole time. Remember May threw that ball and here's the thing about May, didn't play perfect. You ended up with the overthrow to Henry at the goal line. I don't think anybody was, that in phase open for Herbert all night. And then he's short at the sticks in the flat, and they have to kick a field goal. But when he overthrew Henry, fucking Aiden in the back of the room goes, "Cookies."
That's so good.
The best through was
Right as he
Mondre.
threw the ball. Cookies.
Let's go, Mondre.
Aiden's a very fucking good Pats fan, though. He's very knowledgeable. He's chill about it. He's not arrogant about it. He's fucking cool about it.
He understands he had the best run at the beginning of his life of any football fan out there.
Yeah.
He knows what's good. Ring, caller number 3.
All right. Take 3. I've been drinking, but I'm mad. I'm mad because why the fuck did that game just happen? Why the fuck? This team sucks. So, no, we're going to have to take 4.
This caller called in 6 times. Shout out to him.
Is he calling about the Eagles?
Yeah, that was about the Eagles. That was call number 3 of 6.
Here, let me put a positive spin on it for you. This was gonna end. You save yourself a week or 2 weeks, God forbid, or God forbid you go to the NFC Championship game and you think, yeah, we're gonna win this thing. We weren't. And then the other thing is, it forces the Band-Aid to get ripped off. Because being an Eagles fan, like being a fan of any NFL team, is a lifelong endeavor, right? So there's next year, and next year is even sooner now, and there will be an even bigger impetus to fix things, which is kind of what I've been asking for all year.
Heading into the BetMGM moments, we've got a message from BetMGM, and then we're going to name the best flight, worst flight.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Okay. The playoffs are here, and BetMGM continues to have you covered. It's giving you another chance at first touchdown scorers. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your first touchdown scorer ends up scoring second instead. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you cash your bet. If your player scores second, you still get your stake back in cash. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT to enjoy up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager. BetMGM, make it legendary. All right, man. What are you doing now? The moments?
Yeah, we're picking best flight and worst flight. And just to recap real fast, best flight, Chris had the Buffalo Bills, Bo had the LA Rams, and Nate had A.J. Brown. Worst flight, Chris had Justin Herbert, Bo had Matt LaFleur, and Nate had the Chargers offensive line. Tanner, your vote for best flight.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown. Nolan?
Going with the Buffalo Bills.
That's unfortunate. I was going to pick the Rams.
Ooh, three-way tie.
Yeah. Everybody gets a point. Everybody gets a
Whoa.
point. Everybody gets a point.
Give Aiden a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Aiden. Aiden. Best flight, but Bills, Rams, or A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown.
All right. Boom.
I was right. Let's go.
All right. Worst flight.
Take that, Nolan.
Justin Herbert from Chris. Bo had Matt LaFleur, and Nate had Chargers O-line. Nolan.
It is Matt LaFleur. Worst
Tanner?
flight.
I'm going Justin Herbert.
That is Matt LaFleur.
Hell yeah.
LaFleur wasn't going back to Madison Beer, was he?
No.
We don't know for certain.
Well,
yeah, that's true. We don't. We don't know where that plane routed to. Bevel Conway.
What if he
fellas?
just flew to the Bahamas and skipped exit meetings?
Yeah, just fuck
He's
you
like,
all.
fuck these guys, man. It's not even my fault.
What if he just took the plane to the Bahamas? Everybody lands in the Bahamas. He gets off.
Yeah.
They fly back to.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be fine.
Stop.
Bevel Conway.
Bevel Conway. Bear down, going to Caleb Williams, wearing the cheese grater while grating cheese after beating Green Bay in the playoffs.
We had some pizza last night, speaking of cheese. That was good.
That pizza slap.
And some lasagna.
That
lasagna was great.
Yeah, you guys didn't clean it up. It's just sitting there.
No, we got
all of it this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
We had breakfast lasagna.
Serious?
Shout out to Chris's lovely wife, Meg. Yeah, we ate it all.
You guys ate the lasagna that was sitting out all
Yeah.
night?
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
That's how
Every last bite.
You know, there's little things about Chris
President.
that shows how rich you are.
Why?
Rich people like hate the thought of leftovers or something. That's
I love
left out.
leftovers.
Yeah, but if it's like it wasn't left out that long.
No, it was just the principle of like, you guys come to my house, I buy you food, I pay everyone, and then my wife cooks lasagna, and it's, you got the leftovers, and then it's out, and then this morning I walk in to get my stuff, and I didn't eat any lasagna, and the lasagna's just sitting there. It really has nothing to do with leftovers.
Lasagna was delicious.
The lasagna was delicious.
It got eaten.
Phenomenal.
But, it's a rich guy thing? Come on.
Bevel Conway.
You rich guys.
Can I give my
don't
Bevel Conway?
Yes.
don't like huge messes.
Rich people don't like lasagna. Bevel Conway. My Bevel Conway is Mike Vrabel's bloody lip at the end of the game against the Chargers last night. Fucking Milton Williams, huge sack, walk off basically, and then just to see how hyped Vrabes was on the sideline, headbutting Milton Williams, getting that bloody lip, going around, going to the bench, showing it to him. Thought
What
that
did he
was great,
say?
man.
I knew
You
you'd
made
say
my
that.
lip bloody. I love you.
Yeah,
Like that.
Yeah.
so good.
Chris Bevel.
It is the Atlanta Falcons announcing that they are getting rid of those awful uniforms. Those things are some of the worst things I've ever seen on a football field. The Atlanta Falcons uniforms the last 5 years?
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They're not as bad as the fucking digital Bucks unis we wore.
No,
back in
but they're not
2019.
much worse.
They're bad. Yeah.
These are really bad, and they should go away. And it was almost so shocking. Cowboys going to throw it up. The Falcons, it's the right thing. It's so the right thing that I'm shocked they did it. We've gotten to that point with uniforms in the NFL. They need to go back to throwbacks.
That's such
Throwbacks.
a dramatic video.
Yeah, right. April 2026.
Something to look forward to,
Yeah.
Falcons fans.
Kirk is going to look
And
so sick in
don't
those.
get cute. Just go back to what
Yep.
you had.
Yeah.
Don't try to create anything new.
God,
Don't
if they
try
do
to-
some bullshit.
Don't try
They're
to
gonna
draw up a
get
new
cute.
play. No wildcat in the red zone. Nothing like that.
Their what if their
Just do
coach
what
has to
works.
admit?
Nolan, where
Matt
you
Ryan.
where you invading next?
I don't know what this is about, but
Okay.
I'm not setting
Hold
these
on. Give me
backgrounds.
1 second.
The people's president.
Uh,
Hold on.
Congress schmongress.
m-
Oh, there he is.
All that leftover lasagna is just running through you.
Yeah.
You go
Gotta
somewhere.
do the pod from here.
Bevel Conway. My vote is Falcons' new unis. Nolan.
I second that.
Tanner.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
That's how I feel.
Rabel Blood. I mean, it
Rabel
doesn't
Bloody
matter.
Lay,
My vote
okay.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
his
would have
vote
been
doesn't
bloody.
matter.
But I thought we do a total tally. Isn't that where the ties come into play? And
No.
Ties
No.
Don't talk about ties around here.
Macon will pop up and say, "No, it's wrong."
I fuck your face.
I fuck your face.
You guys texting me on Friday night. It was unreal. Saturday night.
Saturday, yeah. Anti-Bevel Conway. Chris?
I'll let you guys go first.
I got one. My anti-Bevel Conway. We watched the Jags-Bills game. It was fun. We live streamed. On the broadcast, they kept cutting to that damn pool with the people in it. It was brutal. It just you feel like you're watching a human aquarium of just fat Jags fans, and it's the water just displacing their bodies. They cut to a kid who was wearing pants inexplicably.
He was wearing pants in there. That was awesome.
Inexplicably wearing pants in the pool. I get it, you're a child. Not trying to crush you too bad for that, but just didn't look good, man. Like, give me some beefcakes in there, some little, some Jacksonville hotties or something. I don't know. It just was a bad look.
I love that
When you're not finishing with beefcakes.
when you're on the field, you look up at that pool. The Tropical Smoothie Cafe sign is right behind the pool. That's geeky.
Tropical smoothie.
I just thought it was a bad look.
Nothing less healthy than
Right.
tropical smoothie, but posing as healthy, dude.
pure sugar.
It's
That's
perfect.
like the vitamin
behind
water
the
of
fucking-
smoothies.
There's some woman right now that's going to tropical smoothie every day to get her figure right, and she doesn't know
How much
tropical smoothie is trash. We're never getting a fucking tropical smoothie deal. on
But we
this
wouldn't
show.
want
No,
one
we
anyway.
want a Mountain
You don't
Dew
like
Code Red
Hey.
deal.
No.
Hey,
You don't like them?
He goes, you don't like tropical
this
smoothie?
is a
That's
balls
not
and strikes
bad.
day. We're calling balls and strikes.
Dog.
Tropical
Hey! Tropical smoothie. Ask Grok. Grok, is tropical smoothie healthy? Tropical smoothies can be healthy.
Classic non-answer from Grok.
Yeah, no, that was like Google.
Nate, anti-bevel.
Anti-bevel. All right. I'm giving the anti-bevel to Rick Carlisle sending Boogie Cousins selfies trying to recruit him in the past to join his NBA team.
What the fuck?
He was recruiting Boogie, and instead of just sending the text, he would send text, and it would be an awkward selfie included in the text.
Oh, man.
And
Boogie Cousins said he'd send me weird selfies and say, "I'm thinking about you and I really want to coach you."
Oh, that's crazy.
Our guy Rick.
That's my dude. Rick's my
Our guy
dude.
Rick.
I see him at 7-Eleven. Really, I saw him at 7-Eleven one night.
Rick feels like he's kind of like Harbaugh in the coaching
Yeah,
sense.
this could
like
be
that's
a
like
boomer mistake.
maybe.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Like,
I
they don't know how
can see
to
it.
attack.
Oh, it's
exactly.
definitely a
Yeah.
boomer mistake.
For
He's
sure.
not- yeah, I mean,
But it doesn't make it less weird.
Hilarious.
It doesn't make it less weird.
man, let Rick live, man.
I want to coach you, selfie.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Chris,
Fuck.
anti-bevel.
Anti-bevel. God, I can't decide between. I think I will go. I'm sorry, Jags teal. They should have wore the throwbacks, right?
Thank God it's the last week. This pile it on.
No,
pile it
I'm just
on.
to be
In fact,
fair.
you've been piling it on us, man.
No, and don't bite the cheese. I just don't really have one, and you're sitting right there, and I look at you and I think about the Jags. The Bears helmet hasn't sunk in yet, so I'm still associating with you with the Jags. I do just off the top of mind.
Panthers, remember?
I was
Their
going to throw
helmet.
in Panthers,
Yeah,
but
go ahead, do it.
I even looked to see like what Houston was wearing this evening. It looks like they're wearing all white. Are they wearing all white? Whatever you do, Houston. No, they're not wearing all white.
They should wear those psycho reds, like the all red.
Yeah, but they can't wear those because
No, they
Pittsburgh.
I don't think you can in the playoffs, but
You can only wear primary.
I'll tell you what
they
they
wear
shouldn't
those.
ever wear are those fucking H-Town.
They're
love
all
those
white
things.
tonight.
I can't. They're all white.
All white tonight.
Okay, they're fine. I'll do the Jags teal just because, like, man, that could have
Jags
been lit.
not wearing teal.
Yeah,
Right.
No, Jags teal.
Oh,
was
oh,
ugly.
yeah,
I wish
yeah,
they
yeah.
would have wore the
Throwbacks.
the throwbacks, the Clyde Simmons.
Yeah.
I'm not winning.
Tanner, first pick. Jags teal, Jaguars pool,
yeah,
Rick Carlisle.
Everybody's just doing.
Jags teal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I really
Enthusiastic. Nolan?
I'm going to the Jags.
It's
to the pool. The Bo's pick.
Bo's pick. Yeah, okay. That's where I
Jags
am.
pool.
Yep,
Those are
Jags pool.
Really weird shots.
Yeah.
Just look.
No,
it was like an underneath angle.
Yeah.
Kid with the
Yeah.
pants
It
one
was
joke.
weird.
Who are these for?
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to-
Nobody wants to see this.
Like that pool could be sick. you know?
Best seat, Nate.
Best seat.
Best seat.
49ers power facility. They probably the narrative.
Let me hear you thread this needle.
The narrative might hear change soon. If the 49ers keep winning, whoever wrote that Substack,
Superpowers.
Yo, that person was like, "See at George Kittle yesterday."
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Yo, he
this
literally
is the
tweeted-
problem
yeah.
with really smart people. They have no social awareness.
it's so, hey, and you know how football fans are. Even if this stuff is true, if the 49ers, if they find a way to win the Super Bowl, they're going to be like, keep that fucking facility right there.
Mm-hmm.
Keep those power waves pumping,
Mm-hmm.
and let's go get another Super Bowl. So best seat, them winning.
That's a good one. I'm
insane.
still putting it together. I'm still putting it together. I'll do best seat.
Yes.
John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is watching. He's like, holy shit, half the league is going to be fired. And I am the belle of the ball. Everybody that wants some fucking stability, like I'm the classic stability guy. There's a lot of openings. I think this year might be up there as far as like, I don't know how many.
12?
Not a lot of years you get double digits. We're going to have
What
like,
does this read?
this is Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. But I think Harbaugh, he's sitting there thinking like, man, I got my pick, bro. I got my pick.
He's
so,
king of the castle.
Maybe he
yeah,
could link up with
and he's
Jim.
he's the type of guy. Those Harbaugh brothers are the type of guys that are like, good, my brother lost. You know what I'm saying?
You'd know that type of brother, huh?
I know. I'm not that type of brother.
Okay.
I'm not that type of brother.
Okay.
No.
All right, best seat. Chris, you were talking about the coaching carousel, the belle of the ball and the coaching carousel. My best seat is Mike McDaniel vibing at Magic Kingdom on a carousel. Look
He's
at
in Magic
him
City.
cheesing, bro.
No, he's happy, dude.
I hit the old enhance on that. He's wearing like some Gucci full
Is that a
sweatsuit.
Gucci sweatsuit, dude?
Yeah. Just vibing on the carousel with the shades on. And the best part is like if you go to the other photo I sent you, Cowboy, this is a guy who's like sticks to his guns, man. He is always wearing the short pants.
Oh, he's got short pants?
He's got the short pants on.
He
dude.
likes to have his ankles out, bro.
Yeah. And he's getting some sun at Magic Kingdom.
The Capri.
Coincidentally, not too far from Tampa. So some speculation about that because they fired Grizzard. Probably interviewed McDaniel for that Tampa OC spot.
Bucky Irving go crazy. All right, that's my vote. Mike McDaniel, best seat.
Be careful how you say that.
What happened?
Yeah. Mike McDaniel is my best seat. Tanner, who's your best seat?
Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
I'll vote for McDaniel as well. John Harbaugh is sitting pretty, but
Good for him.
that picture's great vibes.
Awesome vibes. Worst seat.
I got one. We did a lengthy live stream last night.
Don't do it.
It's not going to be what you think. Lengthy live stream, at the Long household. And Chris gets a call from his pops, and they're chatting, talking football, all things football Sunday, wild card weekend, yada, yada, yada. Chris's old man says, who's over there? What are you doing? Chris turns the camera to me. He says, I'm here with Bo. I think Nate had left at that point. And Howie immediately starts laying into me. He's like, "What did I see you doing at the Eagles game covered in Vaseline?"
Yeah.
I felt like I was getting yelled at by
he
my
was,
dad
yeah.
like I was a kid.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Whenever he starts with, let me ask you a question.
I started to sweat, man. I was
Man,
like,
but
I was just trying to make some money, Howie. Your son doesn't
imagine
pay me enough.
let me ask you a question when you're like in trouble.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, when I used to get the let me ask you a question, it was
Yeah.
like, whatever you want the answer to be, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Just fucking send me to my room.
Fucking
the best outcome there could be. So,
yeah, I got a little bit by Mr. Howie Long, and rightfully so. I was vast up, acting a fool at the link, and he called me on it, so I respect it. But it's a tough seat to be in.
yeah.
Let me explain to you, sir, why I was completely covered in Vaseline, shirtless, making a spectacle at the Eagles game last week.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. Worst seat.
I'm surprised that's his worst seat.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Worst seat?
Yeah, I'm surprised that's his worst seat because honorable mention for me, worst seat, was yesterday sitting at Chris's house watching the live stream and having to hear all of Bo's performative sneezing that all of a sudden is just gone.
Yeah. Oh, that's
it's just
interesting.
gone.
That's interesting.
It's just gone right now. But
that is interesting.
Sorry about that. God bless you.
The worst seat, I'm giving it to Kyle Shanahan, who tells a story about sleeping on the bus to a game and thinking that he maybe got shot because someone threw a hard-boiled egg, and shattered the bus window where he was sleeping on the way to the game.
When?
This
Yeah,
is like
what
the
game
most
was
Philly
that?
thing ever. At some point during his coaching career, he was playing a game of Philly.
The Eagles story.
It was in Philly?
Yeah.
On the bus. He's sleeping on the bus.
Can you
And
imagine?
He woke up thinking he got shot.
That's hilarious.
That's the most Philly thing ever.
Yeah, that's classic.
You're like asleep going to the game, and you all of a sudden think you're at the war.
That's fucking funny.
Dude, there was one time they had construction on Broad Street or something. We had to take a different route from the team hotel to the link on game day.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans thought that we were the opposing team. And I'm seeing kids.
No
flipping
way,
off.
dude.
People are like throwing beer cans at us and stuff. And it's like, guys, it's us. It's your boys. Like,
I got to tell
God, it
you,
was
Buffalo
so
was
funny.
pretty rough. And then I also remember ECU.
Oh
Dude.
my God.
ECU, East Carolina.
That bus ride you
is
have to do as an opposing
unreal.
team to get into their stadium. It's like
Pirates.
I don't know if it's where their freshmen live or whatever it is. There's just like a row of houses.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone was there waiting with just shit to throw. Hamburgers, hot dogs, like whatever you can think going to that game. They were throwing at our buses down there.
Those people are nuts.
Chris, worst seat?
It's like redneck Buffalo. Worst seed probably is gonna be yeah. Worst seat, I got it, man. Can I just do it because I don't have one, Nate, during the
Go
Jags
ahead, go
game?
ahead,
I don't
go
even
ahead.
mean it. I don't have one.
Go ahead.
It sucked. It sucked for him. You know, he was so fucking adamant about the whole thing. He was screaming for.
No, I'm good. I'm good. It could have
He's
been
good
way
today.
worse.
It could have been worse.
Honestly, the only way, like I was just saying, because I bought that confetti popper, and I was just like, I hope I don't jinx myself, and they don't score, and I don't get the
And you-
chance,
but we
or
would've never
I would have had
known.
to, or I would have had to use that popper on just a Cam Little field goal.
I thought you had
Yeah.
another
and
one,
he
dude.
fucking missed, and he fucking missed.
I don't have one. Go to the next. I'm ready to do it.
Nolan, your worst seat?
Kyle Shanahan bus ride.
Tanner?
It's a great story.
Bo talking to Howie was very funny to witness. I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let me ask you a
There was
question.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll just say I'm glad I wasn't in Bo's seat at that moment. But talking about that confetti cannon, just for everybody who wasn't in the chat, really,
Watch my reaction.
a worse seat is all of us as Nate fires this thing off.
Watch Reed's silly ass in the background get scared.
Dude, I got so scared.
I looked at Bo, and Bo's like, watch this.
Aren't you glad you used this for the first touchdown and didn't save it for the end of the game?
Oh, I'm so happy.
Dude, and you
It was so
honestly,
loud.
you fired it off at the perfect angle because all this confetti floating down like in our face, like perfectly in the shot. That was, look at that.
Look at that.
I hadn't seen that. That's pretty fucking
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Amazing for the age. Look at Chris, like, what the
I'm like, man, this is gonna be a long day.
oh man, GG's Bills. Fucking Bills. Oh my god.
Hollow man.
I got one. Hollow man, I'm gonna say McManus. You know, he missed that extra point. What was it, 27-16? I think at that time when he missed that extra point, and then missed that 44-yard field goal. I mean, that's just brutal, man. Like, I think that's a very different game. You know, if both of those kicks are made. I mean, obviously, like 4 points was the difference there, right? So
Yes.
that's a tough seed, man, especially on the road against a divisional opponent, and have that be the end of your season. Like, that's fucking brutal, man. That's he's thought about doing Matt LaFleur and everything like that, but this is just such a specific thing where you can see one player, missing those kicks really impacted that game. It's a totally different ball game if he makes those kicks stuff. And the 44-yarder, like, fuck. Something about those 44-yard field goals, at the end of the season, it's been hard for kickers. Bad.
Yeah, God, it's so easy to just throw a name out there. So many people had a bad weekend.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it to Herbert. I mean, I'm not trying to. What do you want me to do? I was looking at the Golden Globes to find somebody. I don't give a shit about that whole thing. Although Glazer was fucking hilarious. Right off the bat, she was funny.
Leo was kind of a worse seed.
Yeah.
She hammered him pretty good.
She hammered him.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, you don't have sex with anybody of age.
Right.
And he was like, God, that joke gets me every time. He's like, oh, shucks, I'll just keep dating 19-year-olds. Weird timeline to do that.
Thanks for the
Out
free
in the
promo.
open.
Yeah.
Thanks for the free promo, guys.
Yep.
Nate, Hollow man?
Hollow
He's like,
man.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, low-hanging fruit for all the Eagles fans I'm surrounded by in here. Patullo, right?
For sure,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It got to be the Hollow man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my vote, Reed.
Boom.
It's my vote, Reed.
Nolan?
I'm gonna go with
Lock it.
McManus. Tough day to be that kicker.
Yeah, I'm on McManus. That's a former Bronco. Sorry, Brandon. You got son.
McBoy.
Kind of crushing the mentions. Let's go.
I know
boys.
it's a 5 to 1 to 1.
Oh, Bo's running away with it?
Bo's running away with it.
Hell yeah, boy.
STL Memorial.
I'm going to give it to Wilson, the guard from the fucking Patriots. I think he made the biggest play of the weekend that nobody's talking about, which is picking up that fumble. I think Henley's going to pick that up and go the other way with it 50 yards, and all of a sudden that game's going to be sweaty.
That was smooth.
But that scoop was so clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, chances are the Chargers just pissed the opportunity away. But I think the game would have got tight and sweaty.
Yep.
Pissing the night away.
I get knocked out, but I get up
That's my
again. Na, 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 na. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Yeah,
Or
go
Nate's. Or Bo's.
STL Memorial. I'm giving it to the thicker kicker because without his 3 points, the Chargers would have got shut out. And when's the last time someone got shut out in the playoffs? I don't know, but it's probably just not a good look not scoring any points.
Yeah,
not a
that's-
good look
yeah, it's
not
bad
scoring
look.
3 points. But
bad
if you
look.
don't know it or not, just that little bit of margin, if that score says 0, it would have been a lot more harsher conversations going on and a lot different things being said, even though that margin isn't that far and you still obviously played a shitty game, only scoring 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
But you making the thicker kicker, making that one field goal I feel like saved that team for a lot more.
Whew, shutout would have been ugly.
Yeah.
It would have been bad.
Yep. STL Memorial for me. There's a couple guys. I mean, I'm
Just fucking pick one.
gonna go Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, it was tough. Kittle goes
Great.
down. That's kind of your vocal, emotional, physical leader of that team. It's fucking
Spiritual.
shitty. Get that man his tequila. And then Juice really stepped up, man. I feel like he's been a Swiss Army knife for them forever, but he was 4 for 4, especially on that last drive. Kind of a security blanket there for Purdy.
What are these guys
He had
doing?
some tough
This is Brian Robinson Jr.
catches,
on
dude.
IG.
What?
Couple
are
bad
these
motherfuckers.
dudes
Hey, God forbid a
doing?
white boy get a little motion.
Yeah.
Come
Yo,
on.
this is hilarious.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Guys, chill. You two, chill. It's too fucking funny.
Chill.
The Demolition Man shades.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we need a vote.
Bo wins. He's gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, Juice is my vote.
Cool.
He came up big last night.
I was gonna go Jared Wilson.
Jared Wilson.
I'm going Jared Wilson as well.
Oh, it's not a fucking clean sweep.
Oh, darn it.
Biatch.
Darn it.
Beast, but
Biatch.
Nolan didn't want to vote against the Birds. I get it.
Okay, what's the last one's game ball,
That's the one.
which I think counts for 4 points this week.
That's what I heard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do if I'm like making. No.
So let me pick my game ball first. Let me pick mine first.
Give it to Josh Allen,
I'm
bro.
giving it to Josh Allen.
You should.
Giving it
Classy.
to Josh Allen. Not gonna lie. Them calling the tush push and them wanting 1 yard and getting fucking 11 or
That was
whatever they
insane,
got
dude.
was absolutely
That's a top 5
bro
sports moment.
And
That's the best
it's
plays
funny,
ever.
and it's funny now just thinking about it, and it's like I almost just even as a fan, like people will remember it and thinking that it wasn't a touchdown. I just almost wish that it was a touchdown.
Oh,
so that
yeah,
so that
you'd have
like,
more
the
time.
No. I mean, just for thinking about
So,
like that
memorialize
whole
it a little
play
bit.
together.
Yeah.
That whole play together. If that tush push ended up being a touchdown, like how we all thought,
Yeah.
like when it happened
Yeah.
in real time, I was just like, as a fan, you're just like, holy shit, like that.
All right, you got it.
couldn't
That's-
even be mad.
That was like a major, like you got it.
Yeah.
moment.
Because Josh Allen, I mean,
He's
obviously, yeah, he's amazing, and it sucks saying that because they beat the Jags, but
If you're gonna
he's
get
a
beat
dog.
by anybody,
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
dog.
all right.
STL on that play was Osiris Torrance.
Torrance.
Yeah.
I was going to put
Road
worst
rage.
seat Eric Armstead.
Yeah,
Going
Armstead
for a
was on public
12-yard
transit,
ride.
dude.
He's 6'8". He's getting tush pushing in the end zone.
Yeah, dude, that's not fun.
Fuck.
Make a pile.
You want me to do a
That's
game
funny.
ball,
He
Chris?
just wrote Eric Armstead down for. He just gave the game ball to.
So confused.
All right, game ball. Bear with me here. Outdoor football.
Bear down.
Ooh.
This wild card weekend, we didn't have a single game inside. And that is the biggest victory that America could have enjoyed this weekend.
Love
Preach,
that.
preacher.
Football
Yeah.
is intended to be played outside.
Preach.
You don't go to the rec center and play inside on Thanksgiving for your turkey bowl. Yet we have to watch it inside every Thanksgiving. But the one thing that helped this year is the fucking NFL couldn't control it. So the outdoor teams hosted playoff games. Let's get more of this every year, shall we?
I love that.
That's
This
nice.
is a good one. And hey, real fast, the last playoff game that a team was held scoreless was the Houston Texans in the 2016 NFL playoffs for the 2015 season. That's Super Bowl 50. If we're going by your
Yeah,
rules,
they
Super
lost
Bowl
to the
50
Raiders.
season.
No,
Lost to the Chiefs 30-0.
Oh, yeah.
who'd they play? They played
Houston.
Houston and the Raiders played maybe in 16 as well in the playoffs.
In like the next
I
season.
felt like I watched the 2016 season. I feel like they
Oakland, yeah, Oakland and Houston in the next season. It was 27-14.
Okay.
Houston won that game
okay.
in the
Fuck, dude, I'm getting old.
16 season 17
How does
playoffs.
your brain do that? Like just
I know, that is-
2017 Oakland. Like what?
I remember the most random shit. That's the problem.
Easy.
All right,
Seriously.
Bo,
My game ball goes to allergy meds. I haven't sneezed once today. Nah, I'm just joking.
we're all excited about that.
My game
You guys
ball.
got so many histamines.
Seriously, I was plugging them yesterday. I'm gonna give it to Colson Loveland, man. He fucking balled out. He had 15 targets, but 8 catches for 137 yards, and then that critical 2-point conversion at the end of the game. He looked like a fucking stud, man. Just to think about him, young player, kind of come to age during the playoffs, especially with a young quarterback. Like, I'm kind of excited to watch that pairing in the future and, this week too. So Colson Loveland balled out, man. Good shit. Game ball. Good play.
He gets Colson Loveland. That's my vote. Tanner?
Josh Allen.
Outdoor football.
Ooh.
Everybody gets 5 points.
Everybody gets 5 points except Bo.
Aiden, we need to break it.
Aiden's breaking it.
Chris, outdoor football. Bo,
Don't
Colson
tell him
Loveland.
who.
Yeah, I like the elements. I'm going outdoor football.
We love the elements. He's a New England fan.
He's
Silver medal.
What's the game with
I liked yours though too. Outdoor football.
with Wayne Brady where the points never matter?
Oh no! When I think about Wayne Brady, I only think about the
fucking love
Chappelle
that
show with Wayne Brady.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to
Angel.
smack a bitch?
Angel dust.
That shit.
CP.
Speaking of that, okay.
Hey, tell Dick thank you.
So tonight we've got right now the what is it sitting there at 3? Still stubborn line. 3. And the total is 38. Listen, I'm in burn the ships mode. I'll probably do some combination of I'm gonna tease the fuck out of. I already teased actually. I teased the Texans. And who did I tease this weekend? I can't remember.
Indiana.
No, I think I teased the Rams. No offense, they would lose and still cover. And Indiana. I'm tying 2 pro teams to Indiana, so it's a 7-day teaser. But I kind of like the 3 team. Throw Houston in there. You get through tonight, you feel like a winner. Rams just got to keep it relatively close this weekend.
Tonight's game, you betting it straight up? You never bet it straight up.
No, I do. I just am. It's 3. That's a lot of points on the road.
Dude, listen to this stat. Steelers haven't lost a Monday night football game in 23 years or whatever.
I got it.
I love
Something
it.
to think about.
Tomley's just like yada yada yada. You got it right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You still pressing that
My
button.
aunt had a dick should be an uncle.
Now, a lot of people are on the over, from what I understand. If you got to bet something, I kind of would just bet the under, which I mean, you're protected on 37, you're protected on 38, and I really do think this game is about the big plays, so it'll be sweaty no matter what.
Guys, I think that I have a feeling DK is going to have a major game.
You think?
Just because the way Rodgers, kind of has been trying to spread it out or find someone else to throw to the past 2 games.
Yeah.
Forcing it and no one really stepping up to be like, oh, you can force the ball to me. I feel like you have no choice. Burn the ships, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to force it to somebody.
I think tonight, one more time, I think tonight's game's about shots. I mean, I heard somebody else say this weekend. I've been saying it for a week. Is like, it's gonna be hard to make your hay as Pittsburgh, just fucking underneath. I know it's gonna take a second, and you got to hold your breath, but you're gonna have to take a couple shots. And for Houston, it's kind of what they've lived off of late in the season is these fucking big explosives. So, gonna be hard to run the ball in Pittsburgh. I like the under. If I had a gun to my head and somebody was like, you got to, I would bet Houston over Pittsburgh because I just think their time's coming. I think Pittsburgh's time's coming.
If Pittsburgh loses tonight, is Mike Tomlin looking for a job?
I don't think so at this cycle, honestly.
Yeah.
I think there's too many teams.
Well, and a lot of teams already have legs up.
Exactly. Too many teams that need it, that have a need, that have had weeks to start the search,
But
so plot twist, Pittsburgh, you got the same coach next year.
But the thing that might help with that, if he does lose, is the Rooney Rule. Some of these teams might be slacking, and they have to interview.
Man, if somebody's interviewing Tomlin, they're interviewing Tomlin.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's for sure.
And it's fucked up that the rule. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I guess my prediction for the game is Houston. I think Fairbairn's going to have to kick 2 field goals. They're going to score 2 touchdowns. I think it's 20-16. I think it's 20-16. Good guys.
Unless Jalen Ramsey picks 6, and that's flips that.
God, that would fucking suck. All right.
Thanks, everybody, for being here today, and thanks for being here yesterday.
Yeah, we'll be back for the preview show later in the week.
Yeah, we will.
Fucking, I'm sorry it took so long. It's a lot.
We're out here having fun. Thanks to Lil Duval for joining.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
Surprise
Shout out
guest.
Lil Duval.
Okay. Y'all take care. Hey, Bo, catch.